Respect myself. E, I will educate me. D, I won't do drugs. A, won't have an attitude. R, I will respect myself. E, I will educate me. D, damn, I did drugs. A, the bitch got an attitude. R, that hoe is ratchet. E, ain't nobody else singing but me.
This is going off the fucking rails.
Y'all wild, bro. You hear y'all wild.
Don't remember that from my childhood.
Y'all wild.
Oh, wow.
I actually think it's very important that we know how your friend left you hanging after it was his idea.
He showed us the song. He was in the choir.
I was in the choir, but he did it so well, and it's going to be one solo singer.
Did y'all have robes in this choir?
No, we just had our dare shirts.
Which was basically a robe.
That's it.
So you are Beyonce always.
That's it.
Never. I was never Beyonce. I was always Michelle.
I was right in that tenor section / alto because my voice hadn't came in yet. But it was real good, the dare choir.
I was Michelle who stand up.
Hold up, Terry. What the fuck going on? Welcome back, motherfuckers. Welcome to the 1 year anniversary episode of Nights at the Round Table.
We got a whole lot of people. Can y'all do an applause or something?
Right.
What's the point? They ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey, there we go.
Thank you so much. Give them
Are
praise.
y'all warm in here, man?
It is a little warm.
I mean, yeah.
Is it all the shots we were taking up
Maybe.
top? Or something?
I think it was because of the D.
Oh,
All of the drugs. She got an attitude. R, we will respect each other. E, we will educate us.
All right. If y'all are wondering about that familiar voice you hear over there, it is none other than
Benji Bangarang back up in his
welcome
There you go.
Hey.
Welcome back.
What it good? What it do? How y'all
What it
doing?
is, nigga.
Everybody out there in the world, welcome to our
I'm
1
with
year
it.
anniversary episode. Thank y'all so much for being here. It's your girl Coley. Who over here with me?
Yo, it's your boy Esquire. I'm here one more time in the building. One more year. I'm
Hey.
here.
Yes.
You made it.
It is what it is.
Did you do drugs though?
Somewhat. Nancy gets me my fix sometimes.
D. Demi
Stop
did
it.
drugs.
Oh,
A, he had an attitude. R, he don't respect himself. E,
You are
he
off the
won't
rails.
educate me.
I'm calling your wife.
We're about
What
to
is
make this a
happening?
ringtone.
Hey guys, this is Naji. I have a song. There's a lady who used to run my children's choir back in the day. She said, always keep a song in your heart.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
know,
the one.
real
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's real good.
sure.
Ever
That's real good.
since Esquire sent us that song this week, it's been on my heart between
Yeah.
that one and Happy Birthday Jesus. But I'm gonna save that for
When
another.
you say that
yeah,
for Jesus'
because
birthday.
that shit is my bop.
In addition to having all of our favorites back here at the table, we have a good amount of the people that you have seen on this show supporting us and kicking it with us this whole time. Who we got out here? I see Jarvis.
What up, Jarvis?
There go Jarvis. There go Jarvis from our Battle of the Sexes earlier this season.
He came
The
back.
Wobbly H King.
There he go, right there. That's him right there. We got Juice in the building, fan favorite.
Juice
That's what she
WRLD.
said.
She feels
Juice
better.
WRLD.
She feels a lot better.
She feels
feels
more
better.
balanced.
She almost had like that zombie flu last time.
She
'cause
did.
That's how it
Damn.
starts. She's better.
Yeah.
And
whole
we've
lot better.
got C Squared from last week out here.
What up?
Back at him again. We also have some of our favorite supporters and all of our favorites out here. We got Nancy and Cece are out here with us.
No.
The dogs are here, and also we got some of our new visitors to the table, but longtime listeners. We got Erica. What's good with you over there in the corner?
Hey.
There you go.
Just
Hey,
snakeskin
Tash.
hat.
Welcome. We're gonna have some other special guests popping up as time goes. You know how we do. And by we, I mean niggas. Sometimes we're
This
not what we're
is
supposed
how
to
we
be,
do it.
but it's all good.
I didn't
so
do
we
it.
have-
I didn't do it. I
We're
didn't
supposed to
start
be
this
having
time.
a guest from one of our Battle of the Sexes shows. She's not here with us, but she wanted to be, so we're gonna give her a call here in a second.
Yes, we have people coming in via satellite.
Via satellite.
Via the night round satellite that we
Things
have up
done
there.
changed since the last time I was
Yes,
here.
listen, we got
Niggas
new
get new
mics.
mics and they lose their mind.
This is next level podcast.
That's
Yeah.
it, bro.
Okay, so
I can see
whenever
that.
you want to call Mila Me, you can give her a call. She's
Okay.
ready and waiting whenever you're ready to call
Okay, let
her.
me patch into her.
It's all
Okay,
good.
get that.
But we're gonna keep rolling. What are y'all drinking on tonight?
I've got a concoction of 1800 regular. What's that? What that is right there? What's in that container right there?
What that is? I can't see that.
Simply lemonade.
Simply strawberry
It's got
lemonade.
an orange and a strawberry on that bitch.
That's a
That is
lemon.
strawberry.
All right,
That's a
yeah.
lemon,
Big
guys.
leaf.
That's a lemon and a strawberry. Strawberry lemonade and
Did I say
Canada
orange
Dry.
and a
You
strawberry?
did, but I got you, bro. I
My
tried.
eyes
You
bad.
kept going. I tried to get you to stop. That came.
That
This
shit
came.
is 3 feet away from Esquire.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's
bro.
the closest one to the bottom. Can't read it.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, this is a great concoction. I think it tastes better with the styrofoam. It just kind of it opens up the
When
bubbles
it's
of the
not
Canada Dry.
biodegradable, it's better.
Yeah, the Canada Dry.
With a
Yeah.
little bit of writing on it. There's
Listen.
something about the ink pulls out.
It's those
everything.
notes of toxicity.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like what you did
Yes,
there.
Yeah.
yes. Benji, what you got? In 2020,
ain't shit changed. I don't know what I'm drinking.
It's right
Damn.
there beside the shit I just drank.
Damn.
Both of the pieces are there.
The private side.
Correction. I do know what I'm drinking. It's Captain Morgan private stock.
Yes.
There we go. With a little
I did have
Coca-Cola.
sex with
There we
Katie.
go.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
And you're also and Benji, don't forget you also are down to get with your own
And I got my
splash of water.
You
What is
know
that?
I got my special water here. Ain't no laws with the white claws.
That's it.
Oh my.
No laws of the white
I
claw.
hope you get a commercial with these
I
niggas at
hope
some
so
point.
too, bro. Get that on the shirt, goddammit.
Ain't no laws with the white claws.
claws.
And then you smile like a Colgate.
Works every time.
Listen, I love it.
Oh my. Get some loose and all and wet. But anyway,
Oh
Wow.
That didn't
Definitely
rhyme,
does
but
both.
that's
Well, the rules of engagement say if it's wet, somebody got to fuck it.
somebody else.
yes. Much like my drink of choice tonight.
You gotta get them back.
I am on the
all in the
tequila
tongue.
as well. On the creature. I am here with Naji on the creature, little Casamigos out here.
She got
stepping
the
it up for
expensive
the
creature.
1 year.
Yeah.
Yes. My creature has bills.
That's
yes.
a top shelf creature. Your creature
Little
in the fucking.
Casamigos and Sprite out here because it's going to get lit. Sorry in advance.
Ooh.
Or not.
Mikasa
Sorry,
and
not
Sukasa.
She speaks so well.
Some
I am
She's so
drinking on.
well-spoken.
I'm drinking on as well with the private stock and the Coke a little bit. Captain Morgan's, not to be confused with Captain America, but Captain Morgan. So that's what I'm on right now.
Does it have a shield?
No, it doesn't have a shield. It just have a crunch to it when you drink it. I think
Crunch.
crunch. I
Do
don't
we
I
know.
have,
got something different, Dan. I don't have the crunch.
Do we have anything else being drank out here in the world? I know it's not just us here. Jarvis, what you drinking on?
Got a nice little 24 ounce.
Yes.
1 pint and 8 fluid ounces. If anybody's
Is that a
looking for
40?
version.
Jarvis is drinking a 40.
A little less than 40. Like a
less than
24.
40.
Like a 24.
A little bit less.
It's like a
Apple, what you
quarter
drinking on?
40.
A little peach Belvedere.
Ooh.
Classy.
Oh, you fancy.
Also fancy.
Still classy.
Okay then. C squared, what you got?
Water of the earth.
Water of the earth. Yes.
Water of the earth.
The
I like
agave.
it.
Yes.
I like it.
The nectar.
Fantastic.
P Money, what you drinking on?
Ginger.
Not too funny.
Ginger ale, some Canada Dry,
Canada Dry.
and
Never Schweppes.
And who?
Fireball.
Fireball. Ooh, with the cinnamon.
Fireball.
A little lemon.
Oh,
I didn't even know that was an option.
Was that
up
San
there.
Francisco? What was that? Look, in it.
She must have brought that with her because I don't
That's
even
that
own
hotel
Fireball.
Rwanda.
she brought it with her.
did,
She
I
brought it
did.
with her.
Oh, you have some? And Dawkins brought some too.
little razzle
There's
dazzle.
plenty of
right.
Fireball going around.
Love the way you drinking on that big red that you drinking on right now with all that cinnamon.
Exactly.
Taj, what you drinking on
The
too?
short one brought it too.
Same
Same
thing.
thing.
Gotcha.
CC Nancy, what y'all got? I saw y'all with some unknown shit.
We got a
First
little
name.
Bird Dog peach whiskey. It's actually a solid replacement for the Crown, being as though it's not a
A regular.
Replacement for the
actual regular
Crown.
flavor. It's a limited
Bird
edition.
dog.
I
Bird
did.
Dog peach.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Can we also remind everybody from the first episode of this year?
Yes.
Cece is our on-air liquor correspondent.
Can I just
Sommelier.
back to one of the episodes where she was saying that it was
You speaking in third person?
We were.
tequila?
Me. Talk about me.
She was
Oh.
drinking 1942, y'all.
Yes.
Top shelf.
Just a little dyslexia. Just a little verbal dyslexia. Ain't never heard about it.
Sometimes the numbers
And
run
Nancy
together.
was of
They
no
do.
help.
No, Nancy didn't help me. She didn't stop me.
She didn't help anybody.
You know why? D.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We're not going.
No, we're not gonna do it.
Okay.
But speaking of singing things, we're gonna move right into a Find Your Note. We hadn't had one in a couple episodes, so we out here. Niggas, what y'all been listening to since we last heard from everybody?
Can I go first before I forget homie's
Yes.
name?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's
Oh my!
it's
God damn.
Irmage or maybe
gotta
Irmage
love
J
it.
or
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know.
You want to look it up? We got time.
Well, it's a
Nah,
pronunciation thing.
wanna
it
be
is.
last?
It's an enunciation
Okay,
issue.
okay.
Irmage.
I count. I don't read.
What? Song's called "Conflict of a Man." Dope song. If you
read
haven't
that.
heard it, go listen.
What kind of genre is it?
It is of the music genre.
Got you. That's a start.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
Or,
I get it.
Like
now.
indie R&B sort of thing. You know.
Indie R&B. Okay.
Indie R&B.
Gotcha.
Not to be confused with indie R&B.
Because she's not working.
No.
All right. I am listening to. Well,
She is not.
Is
her
she
hair,
still with
but
us?
she's doing
She's
hair.
still alive,
she's
bro.
still alive. She is still alive.
She is not her hair, and she is still with us.
Okay.
I don't. Well, she might be working. We're like at a.
She's never not working.
Is she cutting hair?
Maybe at like Justice.
She is doing
She
hair.
can't cut
What's
hair.
the-
She ain't got hair to cut.
Well, just because she does not have hair, she is not her hair.
Would
but she
you
does
trust a
hair.
barber that doesn't have hair?
Nope.
Why not?
That's a deep ass question.
unless-
That's a deep question.
We'll get back to that.
Okay.
I like
That's
that.
a
I like
deep
that. I like
question.
that.
I would trust a barber with
You-
hair.
but you also had hair
Would you
for
go
a
to
long
them
time.
first? Would you go to them first though? C squared.
Yes, if they got a bunch of dudes coming in and out.
Or if they got a
With
beard,
appointments for them.
they got a beard. I go
Okay,
to.
what if you get there first thing in the morning, nobody else has been there yet, all chairs are empty, you going to the one that ain't got hair?
If his chair's in the back, I'm going to him. Those are normal.
Okay, so the back chair is reserved.
Back chair-
There's
Jarvis?
more to this. There's more to this.
Nobody cuts their own hair, so I feel like this debate is a little bit just out of whack. You know.
No one cuts their own hair, but like if a dude see a fucked up hairline, like he should be able to know that my hairline's fucked up.
Yeah.
You said bald. You didn't say anything about a hairline.
That's actually
true.
that's a good
Yeah,
point.
that's-
good point.
That's he
Too
was listening.
fucking shit. D. He didn't do drugs.
Right.
He has an attitude.
That's a good point.
He doesn't
Esquire, what have you
respect
been
me.
listening to?
I'm still on the fucking. I go to a fucking barber that's bald headed. Oh, sorry. I would need a recommendation. I don't know. I ain't never thought about that before. I have been listening to Lucky Days Buying Time. Apparently,
Yes.
that song has been out already, but he remastered it or rechanged
Oh, okay.
it for a TV show. But I fucking love it.
Oh,
And
sweet.
Lucky
We
Days
love
out here
Lucky
doing
Day.
it.
Yeah, he is.
Shout out to that
That's
Grammy
good.
nom.
Oh, he's got 2 Grammy nominations.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. That's
Okay.
good shit.
He was talking about growing up rough in Atlanta and then driving to
Well, I
LA.
thought he was from New Orleans.
He said from Atlanta. He drove from Atlanta to California.
These stories ain't adding up.
I'm just telling you what I saw on television.
I'm gonna send him an email and get the truth. It's fine.
I'm gonna send him a fax.
I'm confused.
You get your shit together. Let me know when you get it.
I have been on. I don't know how to. Is it Boz or is Boz from Dreamville?
Boss.
Yes.
Boz.
From
Oh,
Dream
Dream
Girls?
They said Dream Girls. I was like, we going there?
Not Dream
We are
Girls.
family.
Move, nigga.
Where's Effie?
Curtis was supposed to love me.
I'm not gonna do this. Boz has been. He put out an EP back in the late summer, I think. It's called Spilled Milk 1. And I saw the video with Ari Lennox. The song Amnesia is what caught my attention because I saw the video on her page. But it's a good little groove. Got a little Afro beat on it. It's super cool.
Okay.
Y'all check Boz out. He has I want to say another album and another EP that's out there floating around. He's on Dreamville. It's good. If you like hip hop, there's some good stuff for you. Spilled Milk is the EP.
Shout out to Ari Lennox popping up all over the place
Our Linux is hilarious.
and just doing her shit.
Yes.
Cocoa butter baby. She got
Shea
it.
butter,
Shea
baby.
butter baby.
But we know what you mean.
Cocoa
Got
Shea.
you. Got you.
Cocoa Shea.
Shea
Same
butter
shit.
baby. Cocoa butter baby. That's the low budget version of the Shea butter baby.
that Queen
That's the
Helene.
Sam's Club version. She stole it from me.
Sam's
I'm
Choice.
Cocoa butter
Yes, the
baby.
members mark. What you been listening to?
So, guys, I've been stuck on Roddy Ricch's album.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I didn't
yes.
expect it, but please excuse me for being antisocial is the name of the
Yeah.
album.
Oh, okay.
The box is in. He said she sucked a nigga's soul. Got a Cash App. I was like, at that moment, I was like, I'm hooked.
You were hooked.
I was hooked.
You were
I was hooked.
committed.
I was like, you know what? Those are 2 great things: money and head. Safe head.
Safe
Yes.
head.
Safe head.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say money and souls.
Wow.
Damn.
Y'all are so
No,
deep
okay.
tonight. What's
Okay.
going on?
That's not me. That's all Benji
That was that damn
Bangarang.
tequila, and it was your fault because you poured it.
You poured the first
And
one.
then C Squared's fault for bringing extra.
Blame it on the juice.
Oh, and then Erica brought more.
Fantastic. We're going off the rails, and it's early. I love it.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Before you go, stay on the rails with me for this Roddy Ricch album. Like the whole
Yes.
album is actually good. Like if you like the box, you'll like the whole album. If you don't like the box, the sound kind of have the feel of it, you won't like the rest of the album because
Let
it's
me
very
ask.
similar.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
So, do you
Follow
follow up?
Okay.
Do you see this artist that does that? Do you see him as being like a one-hit wonder with his album, or do you see him legitimately building a career and going forward? You're like, oh, y'all got that new Roddy Ricch. His will be coming. I can't wait.
Bro, to be honest,
Wait a second. The fact that everybody in here laughed at that shit, I think might give us some of the answer. But I'd like to hear from Naji.
I don't know. To be
We'll
honest,
see.
like I've ran across this a couple weeks ago. Like this isn't like I'm into Roddy Ricch as an actual artist. I'm into this album. So it could be good, it could be trash. I'm also the one who still loves Old Town Road and all 37 remixes.
Gotcha.
I've never heard any other song by my man but Old Town Road with my man Mason Ramsey. All right. What y'all won't do is that.
Yeah, you. Sorry.
You done?
I'm sorry. I just see him in Walmart. And
he was in Walmart
He was in
yodeling, bro.
Walmart
That's how he
doing
got his
his
start. And next thing you know, he
Target.
might be on something with
That's
Drake
the Walmart yodel dude.
yes.
Okay.
In his defense, he actually sounds really
here.
good on that fucking remix.
Did he yodel?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he was
A little
rapping yodel.
It's like a yo,
Well,
not
no,
a do.
like if you're not yodeling, then why do we want to hear from him?
Have you listened to any of his songs?
He sings.
No.
I'm assuming
he
no.
sings very well.
He actually has some pretty good shit, but that's another find you know for another week because Coley is about to chastise me.
Gotcha.
You know, speaking of Old Town Road, just as a highlight, I know last year we did a little deep dive onto the Grammys. We're not going to do that this year. The Grammys are airing tomorrow. We don't have our predictions out here, but Old Town Road has a lot of nominations. Not the one with Mason Ramsey, unfortunately. It is the one with the, according to Pinky, shout out to you, we miss you, the king of country, Billy Ray Cyrus. His version. His version is nominated with Lil Nas X multiple times, and along with her and Lizzo lead the way for this year's Grammys.
Big Mama.
Please stop.
Rikishi. Rikishi is about to pick up all the Grammys.
Bro, did you see that picture of her when she was like
Which
naked,
one?
naked
There's
on
so
the bed?
many of them.
Why y'all don't do this?
Oh, sorry. We're
Don't
going
do
too
it.
far. If you see it, no, she's on the bed naked.
She on the bed.
She's on the bed naked, and she's like, arching that back a little bit. It's like
She toot that thing up.
it's like Lizzo.
Shawty,
you
make-
doing a lot right
take it
now.
low.
When
she
you
pop,
pop,
lock,
lock and drop it to the flow.
If your mama gave it to you, baby girl, let it show.
Can we pull y'all out of this? All right, we gotta go on. We gotta go on. I hate it went there, but Coley, go ahead.
No, that's good though. That's all we got for the Grammys. So that's cool. Y'all watch them. I'll be watching tomorrow. So stay tuned for my thoughts and ideas on what that is. Alicia Keys is hosting.
I ain't watching shit.
Bro, I'm so thankful that
Esquire
it
will
didn't
be
come
probably
on.
right here in my living room.
I'm
if we
thankful it
watching the
didn't come
Grammys.
on before this episode because now I know I don't have to watch it. I thought I was gonna have to watch it to like talk about it on the episode, and I was really hurt. And then I realized it came on Sunday. I was like, "Fuck
Yes.
yes, I hate all of these award shows."
So you showed up blatantly unprepared.
No, I was prepared. I checked the date on purpose.
Gotcha.
I showed up late, but there's a whole nother conversation. You want to go there? We can go there.
But I wasn't prepared.
You know what?
I'm just like,
You can't take niggas nowhere.
You know what, Esquire? You know what's really interesting? What we have not done since the new year hit, or maybe actually since the new year came, like even before
the
that.
new decade, since the new decade
Yes.
started.
I'm sure there's a lot of bullshit that has happened through the gate.
Yes.
Because we have not been watching it.
Okay, yes, we have not done any. Who left the gate open in a very long? Sorry, that took me by.
Well,
I
we
was
had
still
an
in the
AB
old-
version last week because he was the gate.
Yes, you
Antonio
did.
Brown was the gate.
What was
That's
your segment
unfortunate.
name?
That young man.
AB,
It was
the fuck?
that was
Like
the segment.
Obama Netflix.
Obama Netflix. Okay. Well, look, something that's happened. So y'all know the baby's been out here trying to give Charlotte a bad reputation. Like we love the fucking music, but he has been out here acting like he's never had money before.
Because he ain't.
Very true.
Well, anyway, so y'all are all familiar with him fighting pushing that hotel employee.
Yes.
And at first, everybody was saying he has no reason putting his hands on the people, whatever, yada yada. But then he later on came out and said, well, the guy was recording my daughter, and that put my daughter in a dangerous position. So that's why I went in there and did what I did. So he's been trying to clean that up and whatnot. Apparently, Diddy reached out to him and said, hey, you can't be acting like that.
Uncle Diddy.
Uncle Diddy. The one that's been out here snatching contracts from people. He gives you good music, then he fires you. But
That's like a true black uncle.
love you, Diddy. Then he acts like he doesn't know you. So anyway, so he's been talking to him. So he's been saying he's been getting his life together. So what do y'all think?
And getting his life together in the past,
30 minutes.
Like-
Sorry, he said
like
he's going
36
to turn
hours?
his life
Like,
around. He's going to turn
Like
his
Kanye.
life. No, like
has he been baptized?
he
There's
hasn't
that.
been baptized.
Oh, well, they didn't know.
He's more so like he's giving an apology.
If he doesn't show up at Sunday service and get baptized, I don't believe it.
Was
But-
speaking of Sunday service? Was that Kanye riding that horse in that video that they kept showing like around the church and stuff? Was that
I
him?
hope not, Lord. I hope not.
Let's just say yes.
Okay.
Oh God.
Well, he said he's been fighting the devil every day. Every day that he's not drinking, he's fighting the devil.
So he saw the devil
fighting-
in that hotel employee.
Ooh.
No. I thought we were talking about Kanye.
Oh,
no.
oh,
Let's go back to the
oh,
baby.
oh.
Let's go back to the baby. So yeah, he said he's turned his life around. So y'all believe him?
Only if I know if D, does he do drugs?
D for
Because
his
that's
baby.
all I want to know. If he
He's
does
probably
drugs,
doing
he may be
drugs.
able to turn his life around a little differently.
He's probably doing
It sounds like
drugs.
y'all have no thoughts on this, so
I
we're
don't,
gonna
'cause
move on. Y'all are like giving me stuff, but you're not
I
answering
like
questions.
3 of his like maybe, and
I think maybe-
Chug.
Well, maybe the
Yes.
question is, do we want him to turn his life around?
I absolutely want.
Is
to
that
turn
going to
his life
change
around.
his music?
You want the toxicity?
Well, it'll change his music.
I think
it'll
so. I
change.
think we want that styrofoam music.
Always,
It'll
yes.
change his music if he ends up in jail for a long time because there won't be any music.
Lucius Lyon made some, so he's
That's true.
gonna make
That,
some.
that is very true.
That is very fictional. So that is.
So you said
Beanie Siegel recorded some verses in prison.
Okay.
Tupac came out with like 8 albums while he was in jail.
and when he was dead.
And after he was, yes.
Yeah.
So if Tupac can come out with albums while he dead.
So what you're saying is great music transcends barriers. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. Yes.
That's good.
Let that be a word.
I'm getting
Here's
out.
the Coley.
I'm getting out of that.
We're
No,
back out of that one. That's good.
Let's back out real slowly. And on that note, another on the topic or out the gate. So Monique has finally landed a fucking special on
She wanted
Showtime.
it. She wanted it so bad.
So after suing Netflix for discrimination, trying to run Amy Schumer out of every club she could find and take all of her money, she's finally getting
She's just in the back
getting her
heckling.
respect. So what do y'all think?
I like Monique. The way that whole thing went down with her and Netflix, I thought it was a bit ridiculous, but I would like to see a comedy special from her. I don't necessarily agree with how she went about whatever the fuck was going on with Netflix, but I'm glad to see that she's got what she's wanted, and I'm excited to see it.
Shout out to Miss Parker.
Yo, I'm shooting for. I say I'm rooting for everybody that's black, so I'm happy that she got something that she was like striving for. I don't find Monique funny personally, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I'm excited that she got something that she was pushing for, and she can go on the Breakfast Club and talk to Leonard about it and see what happens.
I think I agree with that, Najee. Like, it's like Tyler Perry. Like, I like the fact that it exists.
Yes.
But I don't like it.
Am I going to watch it?
No.
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and this may sound controversial. I'm not rooting for everybody that's black because sometimes black people do
that
ignorant
happened.
shit.
Who you
Yeah,
rooting
we do.
against?
So I'm rooting against Monique. I'm just kidding. I want her to succeed, but I did not like the way that she
You got a
fucking
personal
went about.
vendetta?
It's not a personal vendetta. She just personally made herself look real crazy
Yeah, she
throughout
did.
that whole saga.
She did.
when she kept
Where-
calling her husband daddy.
Did anybody here cancel their Netflix subscription? Because
I
they
did
thought
not.
anybody?
Actually, I re-upped
You re-upped? You want to look?
right after that.
You
Matter
got
of
to
fact-
say it for 2 people's Netflix.
I was about to say, I
subscriptions.
feel like
Actually
the prices
paid for
went up
people.
after that. At
It
that
probably
point,
did.
probably gave you a password out to people. I don't know. I felt like at this point there were so many avenues, and she's been in the game long enough. She should have fucking been a go getter from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I feel like Netflix threw a bone, and I mean not Netflix, but Showtime threw a bone, and whatever.
So we'll say.
Oh,
this,
wait a second. Her special's coming on Showtime?
Yes,
I'm
and it's gonna be
definitely not watching
Monique
it.
and
I don't-
friends. It's gonna have like Donnell Rawlings and some other people
Kind
on
of
there.
Tiffany Haddish been doing on Netflix.
Right.
Ooh,
Exactly.
that hurts.
So she's bringing some other people and whatnot. And they played like a little clip of it. She's
That's
like,
probably how she got the deal. She was like, "I'll bring somebody else because y'all don't think I'm funny."
right. I
Damn.
can't fill enough seats.
Monique
She can fill up enough seats. But no, Monique has actually lost a lot of weight. So I saw a picture of her the other day, and I was like, "Oh shit, she looks like she's like really, really slimmed down.
Yeah.
She looks really good."
She
That's
does.
the transition from filling up seats to losing weight.
That's what it is. All right. So look, last gate of maybe not the last gate, but anyway. So have y'all been following the Trump impeachment trial that's been going on? It's
By
been,
follow, I mean I listen to everything that you tell me about it.
okay.
Yes.
Well, they have been doing the opening arguments, and so far the Democrats have been out there throwing all of these fucking evidence out there, and Trump's people just been out there talking about we shouldn't be here in the first place. That's their only defense. This is we shouldn't be here. This is crazy or whatever. So we'll see how that unfolds. Your president has been acting crazy on Twitter as usual, and going the fuck off.
This is
So-
a great song that kind of sums up what the fuck is going on with Donald Trump.
What is it?
What's that?
D.
He got an attitude.
Jarvis, have you been watching the impeachment trials?
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Do you believe it's a hoax? You think it's a hoax? This is a safe.
Jarvis
I really
is
got-
throwing up his hands.
Yeah, it's just it's ratings. I don't know. What?
Ratings.
I have no idea.
Ratings for the White House. Yes.
Ratings for the White House.
You know, I never thought about that. Like these different, whatever networks are showing these things, they're going to get ratings for people.
yeah.
Kind of like the O.J.
Somebody's
Simpson
making money on it.
stuff. People get ratings for
On my
that
like
in some way,
TV
shape, or-
guide shit, it blasts across the impeachment hearings
Yes,
really?
of Donald J. Trump.
Oh, the news has
Jay.
been popping.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Middle
The
initial
news has
and
been
everything.
What does the J stand for? Anyone know?
Who? Julius. I don't
Just
know.
do drugs.
If his name is Donald
Julius.
Can it please be Julius?
I wanted to be Julius.
Let's
so
just make
bad.
it Julius.
his mama did drugs.
They've been making the ratings have been so good because because the shit that's happening at the White House is more entertaining than Scandal and fucking Grey's Anatomy and anything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because your president is showing his ass every single day.
Yeah, he is.
I just feel like none of this shit matters at this point. And the room fell silent.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. We're all just out here watching it happen, and we'll see what the fuck goes on in a few months because it's a mess regardless.
His middle name is John. Just not Jonathan.
Donald John
Trump.
That's
Don
not
John?
Even,
Don John.
Don John.
That's not good.
Don John.
No.
Prezi Don John.
I don't know what I wanted, but that wasn't it. If I may tag in, it is not a Who Left the Gate Open, but in lieu of our in light of our sports episode that we did last week.
Yes.
I had a couple little sports things. For me personally, the New York Giants, my favorite football team. Eli Manning has retired, and that is what it is.
Snap of applause for Eli. Snap of applause for Eli.
I mean, 16 seasons.
The most boring man in sports.
Yes.
Listen, the mouth breather did a lot of good things.
Well, it was Eli.
Now,
If they call the play, I call the ball, and I see the drawings on the paper,
You sound
and I
like
throw
Shaq.
the football.
A little bit of Shaq in it.
Eli is a football Shaq.
Yeah.
But 16 seasons.
He has zero personality. His personality is actually in the negative.
I don't know what he's gonna do now. I hope that he and Peyton go into business together and like
They're gonna make a
used
show.
car sales.
They're
Have no
both pretty
idea.
funny.
He'll probably have like a casting couch or something like that.
Maybe.
not a kid. He'll be here.
You guys, Rizzo joins me here.
Spoiler alert. Next episode, Eli Manning live from the Red Room.
Also, Antonio Brown turned himself in. Who Left to Get Open? Him.
Yes, he
apparently
did.
turned himself in. He
And they're
was
hoping it's a turnaround for him.
$100,000 bond or whatever, or bail, or whatever it was. Like, the judge, I guess the judge said something about he has to have some kind of psychiatric evaluation or whatever, which
Yeah.
I'm glad because I feel like something's really wrong. Like something's got to be happening there.
Well, y'all did call him the football version of Kanye West.
Yeah,
What he got going on right now.
Currently,
So
yeah. Hell yeah.
I've never seen somebody more hell bent on destroying their reputation than Antonio Brown.
Yeah, his edges were not popping in that mugshot.
Oh shit!
Super
It was mouth
Bowl.
furrowed.
Is it 54 or 53?
Super Bowl 2020. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the Super Bowl.
You got
is next
prediction?
week.
Yes, go ahead and say it, Coley.
The Chiefs gonna win.
Yes.
I like that.
I mean, I'm gonna say the Chiefs, not because I care that they win, but I think that's statistically that makes the most sense.
You've been looking at the numbers. You've been crunching the numbers.
I'm crunching the
and
numbers
analyzing
after
the
watching C Squared, Juice, and Naji over here with their laptops last week. I was
They look real
I didn't
official,
have
didn't
it.
they?
I was the most unprepared host you could ever have.
Well, that phone was lit up though, bro.
Listen,
It
I was like
lit.
Donald J. Trump. I didn't have shit to offer.
What am I doing here?
I'm going
What am I
to-
doing here?
I'm gonna say Chiefs just for past things. Jarvis, you're a football man. What you say for the Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Godly, yes.
It's here's the thing.
Ooh.
Yes.
You want to come to a mic?
Please come to a mic.
Step
Please
in.
come to a mic.
So,
Step up.
It's not that groundbreaking, but I feel like the
He doesn't even need that.
Yeah,
Just,
we need a
Yeah,
headphones.
let's
Just need the
say-
mic.
just get into mic jokes. You don't even need to.
so this is the 100th anniversary of the NFL, right?
It is.
Right?
Yes, 100 years.
Chiefs Packers in the first Super Bowl. My prediction was
Ooh.
That was the
Chiefs,
first Super
Packers,
Bowl?
right? Like that. Yeah, it was. I thought Chiefs Packers again this year. So that
He would have
I
enjoyed
think
that.
NFL is rigged after the Panthers lost that time.
Yes.
Oh, to fight
It's
against
a
Peyton
Panthers,
Manning?
you think is rigged?
No. If you
Because
watch the
Peyton
Super Bowl
Manning-
with Peyton Manning, they
yes.
want him to go out into the sunset to share.
You can't tell.
Cameron
you can't
Newton
tell-
was
laid
bad.
down
He did.
and died.
How
did.
about also
did.
like the Panthers just really didn't have what it took that
No,
year?
they definitely
I'm
didn't.
around a lot of homers right
If
now.
y'all can see the way that
listen,
Benji's
Let the
leaning to the
record
right, you
state
know he
that
lying.
this
You know
podcast
he
is
lying.
being recorded in North Carolina.
People lie to the left and to the right.
Anyway,
He's clearly lying.
So I predicted myself Packers
Okay.
Chiefs Super Bowl starting out.
And you're going for the Chiefs
Now,
as
I
the
think,
favorite.
Listen, if the Chiefs have a quarterback, the 49ers don't. You know what I'm saying? If the Chiefs can stop the run game of the 49ers, I don't think the defense is going to be able to
Didn't he
hold
throw like
Mahomes
four complete passes
I
from
agree.
49ers last week?
It was like 6, I think.
That's because that's what they needed him to do. I think he's a better quarterback than people give him credit for. I think
Who,
the 49ers
Mahomes or Garoppolo?
No.
Garoppolo.
Yes.
Mahomes
He's
is
played
clearly
the
like
games
one of the
his
best.
whole
Can you spell the word boo?
Listen, when you have the defense that the 49ers have and you have a run game like they have, they
I
are a
get that.
complete team from top to bottom.
Fair.
He doesn't need to throw 20 passes
Mahomes
a game.
is going to have 2 or 3 magical moments Like he
Yeah.
typically does.
2 or 3
He's gonna
magic
score
moments.
just
Well,
enough
the
to
Chiefs
eke
haven't
it
been able
out.
to turn a
I think
switch
it's
on.
gonna be-
Like that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm rooting for.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're
Just a fun-
going.
I'm rooting for the refs.
But
So
I am-
Jarvis,
my
Chiefs.
official pick is gonna be the Chiefs.
Thank you so much, Jarvis. We really appreciate that, and we know that Naji is going for the fucking Chiefs.
No, I'm
'Cause
going for the
he's-
refs. I'm going for the refs.
He's going for the Chiefs because he's dressed like Andy Reid right now. Fucking red on. Thank you so much. We really appreciate
Andre,
it.
it's Andre Reed.
Andre Reid. I'm
Andre
sorry.
Reid.
Andre Reid.
Thank you.
Andre Reid. Didn't Andre
thank you so
Reid's
much.
house get burned down by a left eye?
Ooh,
His
Rising.
name isn't
Andre Rison.
Yeah.
Rising.
I'm
Yes.
gonna say he's not Reid.
It wasn't Andre Reid.
That if y'all watch that shit was wild.
We not doing it.
That was a couple decades ago. That was
That's
a
cool.
few decades.
Y'all stay tuned
The
for
show that just came out
whatever
recently.
happens
That's all I'm talking about.
with.
They did some on I forgot the show, whatever the name of the channel is, but they did like a little thing on that. Is it called something about love stories or something like that? Because they had something about Biggie and Faith as well. But
okay.
that's actually pretty good.
Is that Lifetime?
I think it's whoever does the Unsung, whatever channel that is.
Oh, it's like VH1 or something,
BET
right?
Soul.
Gotcha. We'll
One
pick
of
it.
them.
We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up offline.
BET 12.
But while y'all think about that and find that show and go ahead and put your bets in for the Super Bowl, we're going to take a little pause here and give some shout outs to people who have been here with us, some small businesses. If you are a small business, hit us up, check us out, talk to us, we talk back. We're going to take a pause and give them some shout outs.
Hold up. We're going to do shout outs. And while they're doing shout outs, or we're
doing
doing
some
shout
shots?
outs, we're doing some shots. That's
Yeah,
what
we
we're gonna
are.
do.
Pause
So,
that vid.
Bye.
Hey y'all. We here at the Round Table would like to take this moment to shout out all of our existing business partners. Jay the Creator, the law offices of Anderson and Hart, Jet Endeavor Co., and the Comedy Arts Theater of Charlotte. We appreciate you guys for partnering with us, and we look forward to our continued relationship in the future. If you're out there and you're a small business owner, give us a shout at nightroundsclt@gmail.com or DM us at nightrounds on Instagram. We would love to hear from you and partner with you. Let's grow together in 2020. Hit us up. I will dare. This is a good place. I will dare. Will you dare? I will dare. Will you dare? Do you dare? Will we dare? All right.
Wow. Shout out to the Dare Choir we just had in the fucking Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
We're still off the rails in case you were
A
wondering.
lot of people were still reliving their childhood and bringing other people into their childhood at that point.
That works too.
Y'all feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome back. We're still here with everyone. We're about to jump into this shit right here. So, look, we're on the 1 year anniversary supersized episode where we have a live audience with us.
Right.
So
Shout out
as
to our live audience for sticking with us.
can we get an applause, everybody? We're still here. We're still here. We are still here. And so, look, we were able to patch into the fucking satellite that that Knights of the Round Table has. It's like a shoebox with a whole bunch of wires in it, motherfucker. But it still connects.
We use Morse code.
With Morse code, it's got like a long string and a Dixie cup. And who we have on the other line? We have Miss
I thought you
Mila.
was saying.
Miss Mila Me, how you doing, Miss Mila?
What's up?
Hey. Can y'all hear that? Can you hear that?
We hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We hear you,
As y'all
baby.
know, Miss Mila was here from the Battle of the Sexes episode. She was in here wilding out. She gave me a shout out for getting my ass ate that one time. So we appreciate that.
He did dare.
So we appreciate that.
Dare.
Thank you so much, Miss Mila.
Feet in the air.
We thank y'all so much. Yeah. Look. C squared knows it. C squared knows this. When you're in the court of law, you put your stuff out first before somebody else do it. So it is what it is. So look, that's just one of the memories that we have fucking had. Thank you, Andy. That's just one of the memories that we've had over this past year with these 2 seasons. We've done a whole lot.
A whole lot.
We've come a long way.
We got a live studio audience. The laugh track is great.
The laugh
here,
track is
guys.
going. It's better than the urban laugh track from those UPN shows.
Man, y'all remember Homeboys in Outer Space?
Yes,
Stop it.
I love that show.
You loved it? That was the worst show.
We're about to get in trouble.
I love both of them.
Man, listen.
We're about to get in trouble.
Benji, we can't get too
Okay,
far
all
off
right,
track. You know,
all right. I'm not gonna go
Auntie
there.
Coley, you got an attitude right now. We got to stay.
I'm just gonna say Ron Johnson was horrible, along with Flex.
And she has an attitude.
All right, cool. So look,
All right.
we had a lot of amazing moments. We had some damn battle of the sexes with some strong female opinions and strong male opinions. We had a fucking decade review
And lies.
We did fucking Game of Thrones. We talked about what else? We talked about double standards.
Yeah.
Yes, we've had sports, we've had niggas, we've had
Bitches.
we've had
Cuffing
appropriations,
seasons.
cuffing
The king of R&B.
Silk
oh,
bonnets.
Man. Silk bonnets. Where's the
Silk
silk
bonnets.
My gosh.
The Silk Bonnet episode was fucking outrageous.
Esquire is trying to deny
What?
the silk bonnet life.
I'm not putting it back on, bro.
Listen,
He won't dare.
You can only be the
do it
school,
for the people.
You can only be the school mascot one time, and I'm never doing it
Hashtag never again.
again. Exactly. But look, speaking
Time's
of
up.
cuffing season, we don't have Nikki Baby on the phone, but we do know that cuffing season was. Somebody said it was a hoax. Do we think cuffing season is a hoax?
Can we go to the satellite to see what they think about it?
Well, wait, can we ask the satellite what her favorite moment is with
Okay.
us?
Oh, well, first off, Mila, baby, what is the fucking Mila me? What is your fucking favorite moment of this year with these 2 seasons so far?
I think that honestly, my favorite moment was probably every story you guys came up with for the summer of 2008.
Oh,
You know the vibes.
wait a minute. Say that one more time.
The 2008 summer stories.
Gotcha.
Anytime you guys came up with any kind of summer story from y'all past, I was tuned in 100%.
So Mila,
I know. What
So you like to hear
I
the
know what you
dirt.
did last summer, yes.
but Mila, me, like the crazy
Yes.
part about that was you didn't know that C Square was there for this summer as well in a very limited capacity, but he was there.
He was in there.
We didn't talk about that on the sports episode. We should have had an 08 sports episode. That would have been fucking fire.
We shouldn't have. I'm glad we did.
Let me tell
That's all y'all still
there
remember.
were many drunken nights with me, Naji, and C Square, but mostly seeing C Square being carried out of somewhere and be like,
no.
"Is he okay?"
Oh, no.
That wasn't him. That was one of our other homeboys.
No, that was him.
Which one?
It was. Remember that time?
And that legit
remember
was a
that
double
time
down.
That was
when?
in 09. That wasn't 08.
Was that? That was.
That was back when we all lived in the same.
Excuse me.
That was
Wrong
now.
year, guys. Wrong year.
A year later.
The year after that,
next
our
year.
favorite summer, C Square was getting
1
carried
year
home.
later.
Yes, bro.
Talking about, hey, Esquire's cousin. Ugh. Passes out. Get him home safe. Get him home safe. Can y'all call somebody when y'all get him home? But look, okay, well, let's jump back into it. Do we still think that cuffing season is a hoax? Mila, you started off. Do you think it's a hoax or is it real?
Hear
I'm
me.
at work right now, y'all, so.
Oh, okay. So I had to turn it off. I was actually reading off a schedule to somebody. So is cuffing season a hoax or is it real? From based on our first episode.
No, it's 100% real.
Oh.
Like when it gets cold, you want somebody to hold. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
But
I really should go
outside.
So it's not a hoax. Okay, so as Benji would say, somebody's looking for that warm leg.
You
remember that?
need that soft leg
Soft
and
leg.
that warm leg that's radiating that heat.
Some people want to extend their
Singular
seasons,
leg?
and then some people just
Yeah.
want a quick season. So it be like that sometimes.
Are you it's real cold where you are. Are you cuffing somebody right now?
That sounds like a yes.
She cuffing at work.
I mean, I am at work.
I get paid to cuff.
Who is
boo.
in the cubicle
I get
right
paid
next
to cuff.
to Mila right now? She
I have a
can't say
question.
it.
Okay, what's the question?
I mean, how did the satellite get to have their favorite moments, but I don't get to have mine?
Oh,
We just wanted to go to the satellite first because
We don't know when the satellite
Lotta
connection's
do
going to end. It's up there about chewing gum and honey, trying to go ahead. What is your favorite moment?
I don't have mine yet.
Okay, so we did all that for that.
Okay. Naji, do you have a favorite moment from this season?
My favorite moment was when I was talking about busting in somebody's Invisalign. That was in like Dangerous Head. That was my
Yes.
absolute favorite moment. I know that was like selfish because I said it.
Dangerous
but
Head.
I went back
Yes.
to it and I listened to that again. And I was like, you know what? I was spitting facts.
That sounds
day.
like a Dateline episode.
Listen, Dangerous Head.
Tonight at
Next up
7.
on Dateline. Yeah,
Wow.
it was for me it was just so like telling of like shit that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
People don't want to talk about like
Nah.
the fact that you like if a chick got some braces and you like a little bit like
Yeah.
you're afraid like
There's
you
questions there, right?
because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like especially if it's the first You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
very
she
scary.
ain't golfed before. Like you don't know what's going to happen, so you got to make sure that you understand what's happening. It's like, you know, are you responsible? Are you using those as a weapon to mass destruction? Are you like responsible?
That's true. Because when you have braces, there are certain foods you can't eat.
And dick may be one of them.
Right. You just cannot do
True
some
story.
things.
Exactly.
It might get caught in your
True
fucking
story.
braces.
It's like, ooh, you stuck me with popcorn in your mouth. You are a dangerous bitch. Like I don't understand what. it is.
And also with that old food that's sitting in there, that's you prone to infection.
Ooh, gingivitis.
Wow.
Gingivitis.
Ginger head. Like I don't know if I ever want that.
Nah,
I'm
I don't think you
gingerbread,
do.
but not ginger
I
head.
don't think you do.
Benji, I'd never even thought of it like that before.
I'm saying.
Seriously, if you don't take care of your braces and you put that on somebody's penis, that's a fucking problem.
You getting fucking germs all in the orifices.
And they might have to amputate.
It may be rust because the braces could
rust.
rust.
Who has rusted braces? Wait a minute. I hope you would smell that like a little bit before you.
You can't have
if
a
it's
rusty penis.
rusted.
Well, maybe. Benji, we've only seen you once in season 2. What is your favorite moment for us?
Okay, you want to stop talking about rusty penises? I guess.
Yes.
My favorite moment, if we could throw back to when Miss Nikki was giving us her 51 deal breakers, and how you got to be in from jump.
And that was page 1.
Page 1, chapter 1, section 2, I believe is what
Article
it was.
7.
Article 7, paragraph 3, clearly states that from swipe right, you got to be all in.
All in from the
That was
jump.
You got to be all in from jump.
in from
That
jump.
episode was fucking crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Like all in from jump.
Inquiring minds want to know.
But not yet.
Okay, all right.
She's
We'll
in-
leave that
She
alone.
will
Yes.
be, she will
She's
be
at the bar
dialing
right
in
now.
to the fucking satellite. We'll be dialing. We patching into her real soon. Coming up.
That was my
Up
favorite
next,
moment.
more Miss Nikki.
More Miss Nikki.
Yeah.
We'll be dialing in with her real soon. Coming up.
Yo, y'all boys is wild.
And it's very difficult for me to choose one. That's why I wanted to do it, but I still don't have mine. I like anything where we get to debate and do some bullshit. Honestly,
Like
one of
when
my
y'all
favorite
debate
episodes.
each other. Because y'all's debates are very different than normal debates.
Well, and speaking of
When
that,
y'all two go into y'all moments,
Yes.
when y'all go back and forth.
Well, what people don't know is Coley is a bully. And so
Okay,
sometimes when you stand up for yourself, it sounds like a debate.
All right, so here's what's gonna
but
happen.
You're standing
So
up
here's
for
what's gonna
yourself.
happen. Here's what's
Okay.
not gonna happen. I was asking Coley what her favorite moment was, and I
Gotcha.
just wanted some clarification.
Gotcha.
So I don't want you to come in here and then give your spill
Gotcha.
for just a clarification, and then she doesn't give her spill.
that shit
So,
really
so
cute.
all
I
I'm
get
saying is we're gonna hold that because I know the truth.
I got you. Thank you, sir. I get it.
However,
I get
yeah.
it. It sounds calming when you say it. So
It does.
I
It
get
does.
I get
I
it.
just wanted to know where she was coming from. She was talking about debates when we were all having general conversation and going back and forth, or when she was wrong and she was coming at you sideways. I just wanted to
Can I
make
want
sure
my
I knew
bitches
what
to
it
symbol?
was.
I need all my
Two
bitches to
different
cape
things.
up.
All right, those two different things.
What the fuck is going on?
She speaks well when she's wrong. though.
She does.
When she's wrong, she speaks
Especially
very
when
well.
she's on those
Wow. Wow.
She
all of them
won't
drugs.
do-
She has an attitude.
Have you thought of your favorite moment? I need to go.
I had my favorite moment before you started your bullshit.
Here it is.
And
This is the
what's
part we were
interesting-
talking about. Here it is. That's the part we're talking about.
Is that my favorite
Mila,
moment
do you hear it?
included your rude ass?
Okay.
So
I hear you.
my favorite moment is
Shut up.
the original Battle of the Sexes between myself and Esquire, where we tackled myths between men and women. I did enjoy it mostly because we did not disagree as much as I thought we would, but it was still a very, very cool episode. A lot of cool things that we're gonna probably slide into here in a minute and just and discuss for the group. But
Is that the one that y'all were talking about? The last name of the kid?
it is.
Yes, it was a very.
I have a question. If we could call back, whatever happened with that young man from Hinge or whatever the thing
will
was,
be,
the young man that attended church but did not eat the cat.
My hinge journey will be addressed here shortly. Here shortly, we will address my hinge journey because it continues.
We have
not
quite a
Too
few.
much hair.
We have quite a bit of estrogen in the room, so we can ask them about how they feel about that.
We shall.
I think my favorite moment, if I do call back to that, would have to be our very first episode with the cuffing season because I felt like we fucking got it started. Like we just fucking did it.
Yeah.
No matter how it came out, we just fucking did it, and look where we are now. Sometimes you got to remember where you
I
came
like
from
that.
to go where
Yeah.
you are now.
That's nice.
So,
I think cuffing season is 110% real.
It is.
It's some
Absolutely.
real shit.
It is.
People in the room here, favorite episodes before we move forward?
anybody?
Or favorite moments? Anything?
Look at Cece.
Erica, I know you had one.
Yes. And that becomes an invite.
Yes, come to
Come
the
on
mic,
up
please.
here, Erica. Come on.
Oh,
Nancy is getting real close to the mic.
no, she's not. in
Mostly
that. I need
to speak
turn
to
the
me,
camera around.
not to actually speak.
Nancy's trying to get it on this satellite feed.
She will dare.
Okay.
But we should respect herself.
Erica, go ahead.
Was that posed to me?
I mean, you don't have to put the
I don't think so.
headphones on, but-
Your favorite moment.
They
It's
in the
about
booth.
feeling like
They in the
they in the
booth. Let them
Go ahead.
happen.
My favorite moment.
Don't arch
was
that back,
from-
Erica. Please don't arch that back like that.
Come
Please don't
closer.
arch
Come
that back.
Hang up, mommy, let it.
You want you
Hello.
top, like, drop it.
Oh,
Kind of natural.
not the sassy episode. Go ahead.
So sexy, that playlist.
My
you
favorite
was just wrong.
episode was the decade episode, part
Yes.
1.
Ooh.
I love the breakdown of the Black Boy Joy. That was
Shout out to
really
Peggy Lee.
cool to listen to. And something that was really cool for me to listen to was Pinky, Esquire, and Naji talking about their growth over the decade, because I was able to witness a lot of that growth, a lot of the ups, downs,
There it
good,
is.
bad.
Right there. That's a spot.
And just to see that, just to witness that and be a part of that.
You ever
It
get
was
choked
so-
up? Ain't you get choked up?
She is.
I'm not.
She also running from the mic.
Not cried on the 1 year.
I'm gonna cry in the car.
Don't.
But that was like a really cool moment to hear them talk about from the beginning of the decade to the end of the decade, and I'm like, oh, I was there.
She
I
was.
remember that part, and I remember where I was with them during that decade. So
That part.
that part was just really, really cool to me. So that was my favorite.
Shout
Erica, thank you for listening.
Shout out to Erica. She has really jumped in, and she is wearing a snakeskin hat that we are all in love with right now.
She's gonna
And we love
she's gonna
every
pass
last
her
bit of
mic to Jarvis.
Oh, Jarvis.
Jarvis
yes.
been waiting in the wings.
Jarvis, what is your favorite moment from this night?
I think it was when Mila Me said 2.
You mean cheese? Cheese?
I like that a lot.
She said, look, so we going chew the podcast and we're going to record chew episodes tonight.
I'm from Maryland.
You get it.
She's
You
from
definitely
Maryland.
get it.
For those of you who don't know, Mila Me is from the mean streets of Maryland.
Jarvis, what's your favorite moment? Go ahead.
Shout out to Mira.
Man, I just really enjoy laughing at Miss Nikki's shenanigans when it comes to talking about. I can't even. I can't. Like
Shenanigans.
I can't narrow it down to one moment. It's just like because I wish I could have been part of like the Battle of the Sexes episodes when she was on there too. Because I think it would have just been me and her yelling at each other. But but I love her to death. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. But when she's like, if you're not gonna compromise and we're done, it's like because you're not gonna like I don't know. It's just
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Nikki Baby will be patching in via satellite. So
that makes me so happy.
We're gonna have a segment where Jarvis airs his grievances. Miss Nikki Baby.
You got it twisted because that was all. It was great entertainment. It was-
She coming, y'all. She coming. She coming. She
I
coming.
always wanted to tell you this. Well,
Oh,
But
God.
sometimes,
Her list alone kept me entertained for like at
yes,
least an
you
hour.
get it.
This is
CC.
true.
CC gets it.
That's how long the
CC
list
gets it.
was.
Yes.
the list was about 2
There
hours.
were 51
I think
things.
she's still adding to it.
No,
God,
no.
Yeah, true.
Hopefully she put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it.
We'll revisit
Hopefully she
this.
put more than a pin in it.
Can I request? Is
Yes.
it possible as we maybe if we're gonna call up Miss Nikki, we've got Miss Mila Me out here. May I request that I have some more female presence at the table? Is that a thing?
Absolutely. I will gladly
Tag
get
out.
my seat up.
You know.
No, both of us can.
Okay.
Wait. Whoa.
Hey, it's time for an all-women round table. Like, what do you think about that?
Oh shit. We invited Jarvis.
W.
Jarvis is here. You know.
Well, he
The
can be the
women.
only man here, and
All
then
right.
it'll be a.
All right, then.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I like where this is going, but
Hey, Juice, come take my
hold it
spot.
down. I can hold it down.
Oh, no, sorry. You can take Esquire's spot.
Hey, so check it out. I kicked everybody off the table except for Jarvis because he was the only one in this room that respects me.
That's true.
Thank you so much
true.
for respecting me. It is me. I'm back here at the table. I've got Miss Nikki on the phone. Y'all say what's up to Miss Nikki, baby.
What up, Miss Nikki? Baby?
What up, Miss Nikki, baby? Are you at 53 deal breakers now, or did we stop at 51?
52.
52.
Okay.
52 deal breakers. While we got Miss Nikki on the phone and Miss Mila Me, we better get out here and kind of rehash some of our favorite moments in Battle of the Sexes. Esquire and I had an interesting conversation regarding casual sex and females, saying that a myth is that females are less prone to casual sex than males. Ladies, Jarvis.
In what world?
I mean, it takes two to tango, right?
It is. Jarvis.
Women like sex just as much as men.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
I mean, I do,
Really?
but not so casually.
You said that hella casually, though.
Nah.
Well, I thought that it was a one of those things where like it seems that it's casual because women are put into like boxes or whatever. We talked about that on our double standards episode about women are hoes if they want to do all the sex things all the time, but like really, appetite happy as fuck. That's not.
I think
cool.
it's easier for women to have casual sex.
How? Ooh, explain.
I mean, you walk into a guy at a bar, you tap on the shoulder, he's going home with you. I mean, that's
Is that how easily it works?
it could be if you wanted to. With guys, it's we tap somebody on the shoulder, we get pepper sprayed. So
Well, there's time's up for that bullshit. Don't you tap me.
hashtag me too.
Ladies, thoughts on casual sex? Well, Juice says not so casually.
I mean,
Ain't nothing wrong with casual sex.
I mean, I didn't say it was. I'm just saying I gotta know you a little bit, cause
some women just want to be out here, though.
yeah.
Some women are just okay. Some women are just really with the shits.
Oh,
So it
that
really just-
voice you hear on the mic right now. This is using your real name right here.
Paige.
This
Yes,
is Paige. This is
What's up,
Paige out here
guys?
on the mic.
Paige.
We out here.
Can we get a definition of casual?
Casual.
Okay,
meaning someone you're not dating.
Okay.
Like fuck buddy type shit.
Sure, why not?
Well, that's not casual,
That's
cause I
not.
know you.
Casual.
It's not casual.
I'm thinking casual
So
as when I met you
casual,
at the club and
Like there's no
No
like
attachments.
strings attached. Like
Okay.
there's no like we've
Like
made an
fuck buddy?
agreement to be
A
a
fuck
fuck
buddy. Yeah.
buddy or whatever.
Or one night stand.
And that doesn't include any numbers or anything. It's like you're just having sex with people that you want to have sex with.
Casual
Yes.
sex is just when somebody feels like having sex because they
Yes.
just want to have sex.
Cool.
So now that we've defined that, can we go back to the original question? 'Cause
Yes.
I forgot.
It was women. The myth is that women do not do casual sex
We
in the
do.
same way that men do.
We
That
do
is a
it
myth.
probably more.
Well, again, I
Maybe.
mean,
Yes.
I'm going to go back to it takes two to tango, right? Like,
Yes.
Claim that they have. Maybe they're not so open about it as much as men are.
Women, look, the bottom line is that women do it a lot, probably more than men. But do we talk about it?
Right.
And are we out about it? No, because we want to
I
be
would agree with
classy
that
about it.
statement.
I
You know?
do.
So
I also agree.
I think the women
Yes.
keep it less braggadocious.
I agree.
yeah, whenever you with your boys, you be like, yeah, I was talking to Shorty, and and then we'll be like, well, we just, it was a good night. And that's it.
Do you feel like you can talk about casual sex as much as men do based on your statement there?
Women don't do it, no, because we're not.
Oh, it's your homegirls, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your homegirl?
Right. Yes, absolutely.
That's a no for me.
When I'm with my
really
friends,
not even
yeah.
talking
But
about
when I'm
I mean, that's what women we rarely talk about it. I mean, if we do talk about it, it's because we're proud of it. Because if you had that one random hookup, then sometimes you just take the dick and shame.
sometimes you want to hear the status report.
Can I interject?
Now she has a comment.
I
What?
think y'all-
Why?
I want y'all to understand this right here, right now. I think y'all feel like niggas literally sent out here and just like talk about all this. Women's group chats about who they smashed is 100 times worse than any nigga group chat about what chick they had sex with. I want y'all to understand this, okay? Please understand that. Thank y'all. Y'all understand. Appreciate you. Love you.
Miss Nikki, do our text messages look like that?
They really don't, to be honest. We don't like evidence.
People
so
can
we don't
lie
have
from
that
across the
conversation
phone. There are 36 outlets in between us and that satellite, and lies show themselves in very different ways. I'm gonna step back off.
Oh God, that's fine. Okay, we had some questions about deal breakers. Deal breakers is to date one of our highest rated and streamed episodes. Miss Nikki, everyone. Miss Nikki, your deal breaker, your 51 item deal breaker list is still
Non-negotiables.
51 point.
Oh God. Jarvis, Miss Nikki has some. Miss Nikki, Jarvis has some questions for you about your deal breakers, or comments rather.
Well, have you learned to compromise?
Have I learned?
Yeah.
I've learned to compromise. compromise. You just have to be able to find someone who's willing to compromise with you.
So find someone that thinks you're
that
right.
works for me.
This is getting off the rails.
It's fantastic.
Oh god.
That's fine. Your deal breaker list. Have you changed any of those? Does it still stand? Is there anything? Is it? Oh yeah, it's shortened. That's
Have you
good.
shortened the deal breaker list?
I would say it has been redacted, just a slight.
So they're still there just here.
It's still there. You just can't see it.
You're still there just
Yes.
Oh, you say when you start. What would you say? What was that?
I would say when you start dating somebody, it does get adjusted. So when I was recording that episode, I was single, and now I'm not. And
Fantastic.
so it's now changed from 51 to now maybe it's only like 30.
Ooh.
It's went down a little
That
bit,
is
but
almost
they still
half.
got to be all in.
Growth.
They still got. You hear that? Benji,
that.
Benji Bangarang. Did you hear that? Can you repeat that for me, Miss Nikki?
They still got to be all in.
From the right swipe.
Yep. And the dude that I'm with, he is all.
You ain't learned nothing. You ain't learned nothing.
He doesn't know you.
And until you do right, me and every other man.
I still stand by what I said. It's working for me.
Oh man.
Clearly it worked because Sis has a boyfriend,
But I'm glad
has a
that
man.
was very popular.
It was. Miss Nikki, we do have a question for you. You've been on a lot of the episodes. Do you have a favorite moment of your appearances or anything that you might have listened to now that we have you on the phone?
To be honest, I think Battle of the Sexes was definitely my favorite just because the variety of guests and the variety of opinions was just always a good laugh. I feel like a lot of us had some similar things, but ultimately it was just hearing different opinions from different situations, some being married, some being not, some being in a relationship, some being not. And I just really enjoyed that aspect because it caused me to really have some firm standings on how I approach dating. So I really liked that.
Well.
We appreciate
I still stand by everything. I mean, I'm a feminist.
double down. Y'all hear
do not
that? That's a double
compromise.
down.
No compromise on that.
That's exactly what that is.
Miss Nikki, can you let everybody know where they can see you on the regular? Unless you want to keep hanging out with us, because I love you here. But if you want to go do what you're doing, that's cool too.
No, I do have to go, but I am on a podcast called Kickin' Shit Podcast. New episodes every Monday. You can find us on Instagram, Kickin' Shit Pod. You can find me on Instagram at Miss New Bougie. So that's me. Come find us. Come listen.
How you spell bougie?
Yes.
It's Bergie.
BOURGIE.
Miss New
That's how
Bergie.
I spell it. It's like from Maryland, Miss New Bougie.
Ooh, yes.
New Bergie, cheer.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate
See you,
you.
Beard.
Love you. Be safe out there.
Guys.
Y'all say goodbye, Miss Nikki.
Bye-bye.
Now you sound like the Swedish chef when you say that.
It's Bergie. Yeah, I'm a Swedish chef. I work at IKEA on part-time basis.
Okay, Jarvis.
Yo.
We got you here at the table, which is really fucking exciting because you're here with all these women. I'm gonna roll into one of my probably like my second favorite episode on the podcast, which was the Silk Bonnet. And I hope y'all are ready because the Silk Bonnet episode, it was lit. And it's does anyone have any? No, not even that. Actually, would you prefer, Jarvis? This is good. Would you prefer bad head or no head at all?
How bad are we talking?
Well, you
Like
did.
frustratingly bad head.
Like braces, dangerously bad.
So like painfully bad head?
Yeah.
Maybe painfully, but being like, you ain't learned yet. What is going on? Why can't you know to cover your mouth over your teeth? Like why is it so hard for you?
Where's the
You got a master's degree. What the fuck is that?
This seems personal at this point.
She said gotta catch up.
Bad head
I mean,
or
if
none
it's
at all,
painfully
bro?
bad, I'm still going with it.
I think that's what we want.
So I do have a question.
Yes.
So when y'all get bad head, do y'all like finish later? Yourselves?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I might not.
Absolutely. I will go home and finish myself.
Yeah.
Unless you fuck.
I'm assuming that
Unless you're just going for a head.
I'm assuming the bad head is like saying that you didn't, like you just stopped the encounter.
Yeah, like usually the.
Oh, what the?
You keep
I'll stick with
going.
my original.
I mean, can you get bad head and still finish, or can you just get bad head and then not finish and just go home and then just finish the fight?
It's levels to it. But this is Jarvis. This is Jarvis.
Sorry,
No, I appreciate the input.
We were just hyping you up in the back.
Y'all did a great job.
I just feel like if I remember correctly, Esquire and Naji, while they and Benji, also while they did not want terrible head, I mean, was a consensus that you at least want. What was the consensus for you guys? That's why I asked him, because like I feel like guys will take it, whereas me, I was like, hell no, get out from down there.
I was saying that instead of no head, you can try your best to teach her to to do what you want her to do, and you just suffer through it.
Even a bad.
But that was a spin on it as far as like finishing.
I mean, everything in life is a learning opportunity.
So
you look at it the right way.
That's real good.
Hopefully she got a praying grandmother, because somebody needs to get that
Esquire, I have a follow-up question. How many practices? Excuse me, Lord. How many practices before Shorty can get in the game?
Ooh.
As many as it takes.
I think that's subjective to the person. Like, if this is something where it's just like casual sex, it's just like, well, maybe Shorty's head game is not what you want to be in. Like, she can't do it. But if it's somebody that you feel like you kind of talking to, y'all trying to go a little bit further, maybe you'll give her a little bit more rope, but you still don't want to be having it. You don't necessarily want to have to be, like, we're in our 30s. You ain't really trying to teach nobody right now into how to do all that kind of stuff, even though you should.
Here's my thing.
You don't try to be somebody's fucking coach.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take it a different direction.
So-
What if it's on purpose? You know, what if it's intentionally bad?
But she's purposely giving you bad.
Right.
She needs her ass.
Because that's not.
So
I mean,
how do you okay, let me ask another question. How do y'all tell a woman that her head is trash? Do you tell her straight up, or do you?
Benji's got this.
What you do?
Jarvis, he's on the mic.
Well, wait, hold up.
No, I'm
Hold up,
interested
Juice.
because he was excited.
To that point, there was a moment where, because somebody said about teaching and learning opportunities. Juice had a moment in the season where she let us know that teaching is a thing. And she said she could. She said she a pro now. She
Some
could.
people like to teach.
You can invest in somebody.
I mean-
Watch them grow. You can watch them grow.
I guess, I mean, in all fairness, it was way back in the day. I'm in my 30s now, so the teaching phase is over with. But I mean, some people catch on late, you know.
Unless they're 19, like Miss Nikki had.
And you know, I have a question. Are people like still traveling to just get head? Like, is that a thing? Because no.
To just
What?
I mean, head's not a terrible thing.
I'm not leaving my
simple,
house
but
to
it means
just
a
go
lot.
get
So it's
head.
simple, but it means a lot. So here's the thing. So when it comes to excuse me, Coley. When it comes to receiving the fellation, it is not necessarily a requirement. It is a desire, if you will. And with that desire, it depends on the person on the other end of it, on the giving end of it, not the receiving end.
Yes,
And,
that's true.
and if it's not up to par, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You got to figure out what are in your bounds and your scope to
That's real good. That's real good.
you know what I'm saying? So if you, that's real good. Thank you guys.
So okay, if a girl says, "Nah, I don't give head,"
That's fine.
oh,
Me
okay,
either.
okay.
She would have a dry little bottle.
I mean, that takes us back to
No one.
That takes us back to a deal breaker episode, right? Like
Yes.
the tiny penis, great personality.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
This is true. Talk about that.
Bad
Yes.
head, great personality.
Yes.
Maybe it evens out, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But
A tiny penis is not dangerous.
rusty braces. Rusty
Right.
braces
It's not
are.
dangerous. It's damaging.
It is, but bad head can literally take away something that you were born with.
It's true. Rusty penis out here.
Because if she all of a sudden gets like a quick like lockjaw moment,
No.
and she gets the bite, what do you do with that?
You reject it.
You reject the bite.
Ladies, that brings us. Thank you, Jarvis, actually, for that callback.
I'm a segue master.
We talked about tiny penises on
Deal
the
breaker.
I know exactly. That was episode 3, paragraph
Erica.
4.
It's definitely a deal breaker.
All right.
So
But what if his dick is little?
I
But
got a lot of ass, so
he
you gotta have something to
I don't know. Never mind.
No.
I was gonna say
Oh, you know what happened?
no. So what if he has, he's not working with much, but he can compensate in other ways.
No, we talked about that.
What if
That's
it's-
good. That
like
we will
financially?
accept that.
That's okay.
Like giving you gifts.
For me, you have to be able. You have to be 100 with everything. Like I can't have like good head and half-ass dick. No, like everything has to be on point.
Like he needs to be all in from jump. If he got a little dick.
So what it sounds like y'all need to do is interview these niggas and be like, I need your strengths and weaknesses.
And dick size.
God given or not.
Well, they show up to the interviews in gray sweatpants. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Gray sweat.
So
Why
that's,
gray?
I mean, because my first set, my expectations really high.
Dick print.
Like everything was really good, so that's my expectation.
So
like,
is there a performance evaluation?
Yes.
Is it
What's happening with
And
this?
I have no qualms with letting you know, like this wasn't it for me.
I'm really just here to stir the pot. Another question. Hold on. Give me a second. I lost it. Hold on. Okay, got it. I got it. So performance evaluation.
You said
Man.
evaluation?
Performance evaluation.
Evaluation.
So have y'all ever been, ladies, have y'all ever been in a situation where you was really feeling dude, but the first time was just not it?
Yes.
Yes.
And then maybe the second time it was like,
Mila me chiming in.
Yeah.
have y'all ever had that time?
I am chiming in. You have to at least give them a second try, okay? Because sometimes it's just an off day.
Miss Mila told
Fellas, y'all quiet out there. Has that ever happened to y'all the first time? You was like,
you hold back the first time. Leave her wanting more. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gotta make them, right. You gotta wait. You gotta make them wait for the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Keep them coming back.
Get lazy.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta put your all on the altar for me.
Take me to the.
Ladies and gentlemen, leave it all on the
This song.
Take me to the king.
Right, so I mean, if we gonna do this, let's do
But he ain't have much to bring.
I don't got time to play games.
Okay.
But the problem is, nigga, you too good at that. Y'all niggas be sprung.
Who's sprung?
They can work both ways.
Oh, see, we like, you right?
Because we can talk offline.
What?
That is a shout out to the meme I saw the other day that said if his dick hang below his balls while it's soft, he can yell at me. Yes.
Wow.
This show is not for your children.
All right.
C-squared, you got any comments?
I don't.
He is fresh out of comments.
Not one mumbling word.
Not a single one.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for indulging me because the Silk Bonnet was one of my favorite episodes, and I had to go there because it was necessary.
Wait. I got a question.
Yes.
In the line, excuse me, in the same line of what we were talking about, do you think it's possible, like, if you don't have sexual chemistry with somebody, like on the first meeting, or like if y'all go out and you meet each other, whatever, it's not there. Do you think that's something that can be developed over time?
No.
Sexual chemistry?
I'm with Juice actually.
Yeah, same. Yes.
I'm sorry. Did he say just sexual chemistry or chemistry?
Sexual.
Just sexual chemistry specifically.
I'm gonna say after the second time, like I'll try anything twice.
The second
you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay, so after two
but if
times,
it's
like, you
after
feel
two
like
times it's not there, I'm out. Like it's got to be.
Yes, I agree with you.
No, not this podcast.
Okay, hold on.
What you say, Mila?
Go ahead, Mila.
I'm saying I agree with Jarvis over there. Like, you gotta try at least twice when it comes to sexual chemistry because
You could be
you
nervous.
can vibe with somebody on a friend level and you want to get to know them a little bit more. And then you be like, hold up, your intellect is turning me on now. I didn't know you had all this, extra stuff. It just depends on, what
So
my
you're saying
feelings.
after Q times.
Don't brain tickle.
Yeah, like, stop.
Talking about, he said brain tickle.
Yeah, 2 is the max.
At the 2 times.
At the 2.
You
Wait, but you said no.
Sexual chemistry there, but after that, it's no more. It's no more.
Okay, so
I have a question.
So let me
Wait, hold on. You said no.
let me clarify. So Schoolboy Q once said,
Ooh,
Oh shit.
a
Quota.
prophet.
"If I could fuck her once, I could fuck her twice," and he's right. So
Yes.
with that being said, 2 is it. I can't go 2 second time. All right, you might have been rusty or some shit. That's cool. You know, I can't put it all there for you either.
On that one tray, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You got to figure out
But-
what each other likes, that kind of thing.
But like after time number 2, if you ain't no good, bro, we can't.
If you don't at
I'm
least see
gonna cheat.
potential.
I'm not even with you, and I'm already know I'm gonna cheat. So no.
But no, that's good. You know, and that helps me because you know what? My thought was, if you're not getting what you need, whether it's the first, second time, do you cheat? Because I'm gonna cheat if I'm not getting what I need. So that being said,
Yes.
Millie say yes. That's a callback. Season 1, episode 7, called "With Your Cheating Ass."
Which
With your cheating ass.
Question: what do you need?
Ooh.
What is it that you?
And how do you express that to the person? That's important as
C-Square,
well.
are you trying to get on the mic, C-Square?
No.
You trying to get on the mic?
No.
Are you trying to go on it?
Not on this. No.
Okay, hold on, Mila. Go ahead. I said I feel like that's why conversations need to be had. Like everybody want to just jump in the bed with each other. Like you need to know what the other person like. Are you a romance person or you a fucking person? Have a talk before you actually get in the bed with each other, so that way you know what I want. And if you're not willing to give me what I want, then I mean, there's other people out there that will.
That sounds good.
Simple as that.
Somebody's really
Conversation.
just doing that.
But no, but some people are talking, and this is the thing though. Like if that's the case, like if you got a relationship where y'all are cool as shit, right? Everything. You got the 80-20 rule or whatever, right? Where 80% of what you want is right there, but there's a little 20% that you want that's not there, right? Like, is that a case where you got to just cheat, or can you just have a real ass conversation? Like, I love everything about you except X, Y, and Z. So can we just open this up so I can get X, Y, and Z
I don't want
over there?
to. I can't. No.
To me, it's not getting a cheating. I'm ending it. Like,
Yeah, like
if
that's.
there's no chemistry in the bed, like I'm ending it because it's just it's an important part
There's
of the
no
relationship.
point.
Right?
So that
You know
leads
what
me
I'm
to
saying? Like,
another question. How important is sex?
Extremely.
I mean, it's in a romantic relationship that will lead to whatever it's leading to. It's not everything, but it is very important. It's
But if we're
especially if
keeping
you're in a
it-
committed monogamous relationship, that's the only person that you're having sex with. It's got to be enjoyable. It's got to be.
you. You tagged in. Ready? Go. Somebody, okay, real quick. Someone saying something about the 80-20 thing. Like, yes, that can go to sex too. Like, if you don't like what I like, could you at least give me 20% of that a little bit? Like, can you try to appease me in some type of way? Even if that's not really your thing, but you're willing to compromise a little bit of, like, what you want for me, and I'll do the same. Like, maybe I'm not into whatever you're into, but I can at least venture into it a little bit to make sure that we're both happy in this, because so many other things about you is what I want. You know, like, it's a compromise too.
Right. Like, are you willing to throw away a whole relationship just because
The sex is whack.
It also depends on where you are in the relationship when you have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
and because that can end it quick if it's in the beginning of a relationship, but if it's after, you've already built a little bit of a cornerstone, and you get in it, then maybe you're willing to have a conversation. But if it's happening first, second, third, fourth date, whatever, and you know it's whack, you're probably not going to invest the time.
I think that also just depends on who you are as a person and what you need. Like, if you know you need a sexual relationship, a sexual connection in order for you to push forward in this relationship, you need to connect in that way, and you're not getting it, but you say you want to go out and cheat or whatever, you get it from someone else, then maybe that's something that you have to evaluate. Like, that's important to you, because ultimately, if you're sitting here trying to suppress that to say, well, I'm not going to throw this all the way over sex or anything like that, that's like you walking around with a fucking hole in your body. And whether you want to lie to yourself and say, I can go on without it, after a while, it's gonna catch up with you. You're gonna get real frustrated.
I mean, if you
because you're not getting what you
need,
need.
that's your friend. That's not your significant other.
But yeah. And if y'all together, I guess you're roommates or something like that.
Okay,
whatever.
but at some point in a long-term relationship, you're gonna get to the point where people's bodies don't work like they used to.
That's
right?
a lot different.
Yeah, but at least I got some memories.
But no, I'm just saying. Hold on.
That's different.
Before I get attacked, all I'm saying is like at some point that naturally happens to human bodies, right? So if all your relationship is based on is the sex, then is that shit gonna
Hold
last?
up, that's
no.
not-
I know that's what we're talking about. I'm just saying though, like how much of it are you willing to put on just the sex? Because if you've got everything else and the sex is like so,
Because
are you going to dismiss the whole
30, 40,
relationship?
50 years before that the body part happens.
But not
Well, let's be real. Most people in this room are up in their 30s.
But sleeping together,
And there's medicine involved to keep
There's
you
medicine
going,
involved, right?
Keep you going.
Now we're
to
talking
keep
like you can
going.
get your Papa got his Niagara, all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's
so you
medicine
can get
involved.
all of those things. So then, is that still a problem then at that point?
No, that's not a problem because you're making efforts to fulfill
Hold
a
on,
need.
Juice. What you got to say, Juice? With your eyes closed.
bruh. First of all, I want us to have the chance to drop off together. Okay? But second of all, like, just, it's not all about the sex. Like, not wanting to fuck somebody or your significant other can also affect, you sleep with them too. And so, like, that's a very intimate thing to me, like, in my situationship. Like, even when we're mad, like, when we go to sleep, like, all right, I still like this nigga. And I'm out. But, like, if you not getting sex and everybody ain't perfect, let's not act. Just because they 80% don't mean they doing everything you want them to do correctly when you want them to do it. So,
Because nobody's perfect.
little things can start fucking with you.
Yeah.
And that
You're not
turns-
getting any sex. You have left the toothpaste off the cap off the fucking toothpaste.
you.
So you ain't even fucking me, but you goddamn can't clean up, motherfucker.
There's a reason makeup sex is a thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that frustration out with each other, and one good fucking is gonna, it's going away.
Look, y'all might as well call me Q because I'm full of questions.
It doesn't go away.
This'll
It
be
does
the
not
the
go
last
away.
question I have.
It just prolongs the inevitable. It never goes away. Makeup sex does not make anything go away.
No. But I'm saying there's a reason you call it that because you get out your frustrations and it's good fucking. You gonna feel better about
For a
it.
time.
Sex is
Well,
fun itself.
but
For a
that
time,
also
too.
depends how you use it too, because some people that opens the door for them. Okay, let's talk about this. Like we don't know how people use sex in their bedrooms as far as their relationship and stuff. So like,
Use it as a weapon.
it just
It could be.
I'm gonna hold my question
but
because
if-
I know there's other things.
It
we
could be
wanna
used as a
talk
weapon,
about.
but in comparison to the no sex or it being terrible sex, that's a fucking problem.
Well, I think we weren't initially talking about terrible sex.
Well, I'm just saying though, like just in the spectrum is either
if
terrible
we're
sex to no
incompatible,
sex.
it's terrible.
That's it.
Because I don't give a damn. Because I don't give a damn.
Episodes.
You could be good with your finances. You could be somebody that I talk to. My mama love you and everything. But in that one moment where you connect,
You're great
and you're
roommates.
supposed to be doing something that you can't. You can be fucking anybody else, but making love to someone or fucking them when you feel like fucking them. It's just like, how can I connect with you more outside of a roommate
You are
status?
a great roommate if it's not too
You're a great ass roommate.
You're gonna start
This is some
having
great
casual
real.
sex.
This is a great real world. I.e., insert your city.
So Juice and Mila said 2 times, right? Like, how long does it take before you can determine whether or not you're sexually compatible?
I know myself at this point, so immediately.
Same Z's.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Straight from the women.
Mine is
Straight from the
immediately, but I will
jump.
give it a second chance if I like you.
Yes.
I feel like mine is before we even have sex.
Oh shit!
Like
You
before
know,
we have sex,
Bitch,
like
you
if
love
I
to be
meet you, and like no lies, went on a date with this young lady. The wind blew. I caught a whiff, a little waft of like a little
You
scent,
like-
and I was like, oh
I
shit,
can't wait to taste that. God damn!
it's going down.
Oh, the oven is cooking. Oh,
It's
ooh.
cooking. You're right. So like, I think you can see it like beforehand, but like, how long does it take?
Conversation needs to be had.
Well, look. The conversation will have to be held for another
Call me
day.
out.
Mila, the conversation will have to be held for another day because we have a lot more to talk about. Coley, what were some other things that you wanted to get to with this all-women
Now
panel?
that we have new men
Whoa,
in the,
whoa,
in the,
not
in the
all women.
scenario.
Well, excuse me.
It's 50-50
with,
right now.
with Jarvis. I'm sorry, a majority women panel. I'm getting the fuck about. I was a
Well,
placeholder.
no, I want you to stay. I want you to stay because
Oh,
I like
shit.
it, and I think it's rolling good. There was something that Juice said a while back. We were talking about threesomes and perfect scenarios. He said that shit was make believe.
Now that we
Threesomes
have-
are make believe.
Well, no, perfect scenario. Threesomes, I believe.
Oh,
We're talking
perfect
about that.
Please. I said
So,
they're happening.
Is it a threesome or is it a train? We talked about this on Battle of the Sexes. And yeah, while men would like to say that it's a train because it's a bunch of y'all and one of us, I feel like it's a threesome regardless of what the scenario is. But, threesomes.
So, let me set it up a little bit better, Juice. If you and your guy are having sex with another woman, are y'all running a train on your guy, or are y'all just having a threesome?
No,
we're not doing that. Nobody's doing that.
Oh, excuse me. Let me ask another question. Jarvis, I'm gonna go to
and
you.
that would be weird because I'm expecting somebody to be a train as caboose in front. What's she doing back
I mean, all you
there?
need is a front and a back to have a train.
I don't want it. I don't want to see
caboose?
him in that position.
Isn't it like if it's one woman and two men, then it's a train?
That was that was what I said.
If it's two women and a guy, then it's a threesome.
That's what I was gonna say. Are we back to
is that the double
semantics?
standard?
The double standard is that if women are having sex with two men, it's a train. But if men are having sex with
one
two
woman,
women,
one
man having sex with two women is a threesome, which is not fair.
I think it's a double standard.
I don't think
that's
It's three people having sex.
Yes.
Y'all
It's still,
fucking.
it's still a threesome.
Yeah, that's what you say.
3 people fucking. That's what it is.
And Jarvis, you did say that on the relationship on the
Battle of Sexes.
Battle of Sexes when we talked about that. You did say that because I think I was the only one standing in my truth.
It's still a
calling it a train.
threesome.
Okay.
I see a train as something that I use as transportation to go from like Virginia Beach to DC. But it's
I
just
got a Merlin where Mila Me is.
Shout out to Virginia.
Listen,
Yes.
I'm just saying, a train. I'll tell you what a train is.
What's a train?
A train is
Amtrak.
A train is not when it's two men and a woman. A train is one woman fucking a dude. He leaves. His homeboy come in. Fuck her. Then he leaves. Then the other boy come in.
tag teaming.
So if they all stand, so if it's eight niggas standing in the room, one girl, it's a nonsome.
No. They don't even gotta all be in the same room. They just need to be coming back to back inside her tunnel. Just like
I don't think it has anything to do with the gender in that situation. Like a train, to me, like, all right, we go in there now. Like a train has a little bit of violence implied in it.
There's a
little bit of like
somebody crash up in it.
We're talking about this disrespect. There's a little bit of violence. There's something that's going like at full speed. We're talking about a train where we're equating that to a fucking locomotive, a steam engine that is going in and like just getting it right. Exactly.
Hit it from the back.
From whichever direction.
Well,
either way, it's gonna derail the relationship.
In Benji's defense. What I said.
That's good.
I
said either way, it's going to derail the relationship.
Derail off the train track.
But what I said on the Battle of the Sexes was, if you're married to your wife and say y'all bring in, if there's another dude that hit it, you don't want to say that you're running the train on your wife. It's a threesome, whatever. But I said if you don't care about the chick and it's you and your homeboy fucking the chick, then I would see that as a train and not a threesome. I think it feels like the level.
Somebody just mentioned
that's
there's
to
a
me.
level of disrespect that's involved in it. Yeah.
Some people, I feel like some people don't really think that deep into it though. Some people are just kind of like, yo, I was with Shorty and dude, and we was just having sex.
Nuts out here.
I mean,
Jarvis
it's
said it.
semantics.
What is it? More chances? What is it? You said.
Oh, I was going to ask you what I said because you recorded it on a couple of episodes.
I was so deep, I didn't even know what the fuck I said.
So I really feel like the definition of a train is based off of who is trying to, what narrative trying to paint. Because when someone's trying to say that they ran a train, it's probably some clout involved in that. It's not like there's power dynamics. That's all that is. They're trying to make themselves seem like something happened, which is not the truth. Which is unfortunate because there could be two dudes and a girl or two girls and a dude. Well, most girls, I've never heard them say, "Oh, it was two girls and a dude, and we ran a train on this dude."
We ran a train on this dude.
You normally say it was a threesome, but they just don't talk about it because y'all have tact. We're like animals when it comes to a lot of things, but I think it's more so the degrading factor is I think that what really comes in on the labeling of it a train. And I'm out.
Well. Speaking of a train,
Naji.
is it a deal breaker if your guy or your girl wants to have a threesome?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that
yes,
shit.
yes,
We're not
yes.
bringing no extra bitch in here. No. No,
What if you
no,
do want
no,
to do in the room?
So no. It's like, yo, my homies out here lonely.
I can't take. And people might, crucify me for this, but I cannot take a man seriously who's comfortable having another man in the room with his dick out. No.
What if he steps
No.
out and goes
Unless
to the
you
bathroom?
Giving high fives.
What if he goes to the wrong bathroom
Oh,
and
I'm
lets
sorry. I
you?
didn't know. You said what?
Nothing. Go ahead. I was just being so. I said, what if he steps out, like you said, one nigga leaves and one nigga comes in?
There's no.
Okay.
No.
So no
I don't even
threesome.
want a dude that's comfortable seeing me get fucked.
What
by
about
another dude.
you,
disrespectful
another young
as fuck
lady,
to the
and
relationship.
your dude?
Another. What about them?
A threesome. It doesn't have to be two dudes and you. It could be you,
No,
another young
'cause
lady, and your significant other. And he lets you pick the girl.
I don't want to do it because
She said, "Trouble."
just
You
No.
can't say
No.
I'm
No, you
tripping,
can't.
but
I'm not
I'm
doing
stingy. It's not happening. I'm sorry. It's just not
you
gonna
just can't do it. Fam.
Jarvis, no.
What is
Nah,
that?
I
Okay,
mean-
so beyond yes or no, what's the motivation behind that? Like, why is it a no? Why is it a
STDs.
yes?
STDs.
Number one.
Okay, so let's say that you know that they're clean.
But again,
I don't
like
feel
if
like
you're
you ever know anybody's
it goes
clean.
back to like, are you in a monogamous relationship, right?
Yeah.
Because that whole
That would have been
breaks the
established.
monogamy, right?
Yeah.
So like, you're trying to bring somebody else in, somebody's getting their feelings hurt. It doesn't matter. Like it's the third person, it's her, it's me. Somebody's gonna get their feelings hurt.
And
'cause
plus,
they're not
I don't
getting
want any other
attention.
bitch to know what I'm working. No.
Well, here's the thing.
Not your business, fam.
Here's the thing when it comes to relationships, everybody's relationship is different. And so whoever the person is bringing in this other person, they may see themselves in a monogamous relationship, but it's like, it's just sex. And we're bringing someone else in to engage in our sex that we
See,
like.
that goes back to incompatibility because it
Because
ain't just sex with me, bro.
That person
so.
should be giving me what I need, and I shouldn't have to bring in somebody else.
Exactly.
Right. I
Well,
mean,
see, like, I gotta just say,
Benji found a note.
I feel like we can disagree without placing a judgment.
it's a
Yeah.
kid,
Right,
no,
like
sure.
we can
Yeah.
disagree.
Yeah.
Like that's just not for me, without placing a judgment and saying that's not for me because
And you've argued that
these
throughout
things are
the first season. I remember.
Yeah, like I feel there's I think there's a little bit, maybe there's more to it. I think also a lot of people are starting to get to the point where we're realizing that like maybe monogamy is not something that actually works for us in this day. We don't have
I mean,
the same,
it's,
like
if
we
you
have
go back
way
to
more
genetics, like
options.
when Homo sapiens, like back to the OG Homo sapiens.
Okay.
It's not how monogamy was not how it worked, right? It's just
It was
it's a
never
construct
how it
of today,
worked.
right? It's a construct of today's society. However, we're living in today's society, right? So like,
But
the
even in
person I'm
today's
with,
society,
I don't
it's
want
not
her
how it
with another
works.
chick
We-
or another dude. I'm not gonna be with another chick, like that kind of thing, right?
20 years ago, you couldn't see who was available for you across the country. You just knew who was available for you in the sphere of your life. You knew who was available for you at work, at wherever it was you went to worship if you did that, and at play, like that's who you knew who was within that circle.
And you've argued that throughout season 1. Paige, last word on this.
As far as my opinion, or
Anything at all? Opinion, fact, something you read in the book from Toni Morrison?
the great.
Rest in peace.
Beloved. All I say is read The Coldest Winter Ever. Next topic.
Next topic. All right. Well, look. Speaking
Sister Soldier.
of everybody is different. Some people look to be the same. We were talking about in one of our episodes our favorite appropriators. When it comes to music, especially music, people who are outside of a culture, who are emulating a culture when it comes to a sound or whatever. For example, maybe we say like a Christina Aguilera who has a certain way of singing and doing things that reflects like a black culture. Or Bruno Mars, who is not black at all. He's like Filipino and Hawaiian.
Filipino?
Filipino. Not to be confused with jalapeno.
Spicy Filipino.
Filipino.
And
Spicy Filipino.
so do y'all have any favorite appropriators? We're going to start with you, Jarvis.
Eminem, if we're going to start somewhere.
That's it. That's what I was waiting on.
Eminem just released a pretty solid body of work.
Ooh.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
not the biggest Eminem fan. But he first the title, ignore the title because it's like something about music to be murdered by, which is very, very disturbing.
The whole album is disturbing. Have you heard it?
Exactly.
I did listen to it. I did listen
That was
to it.
Nancy. That was Nancy,
But
folks.
there was a couple albums.
She don't say a
songs
lot,
on there.
but when
which
she
is
do,
pretty mean 16s. But yes, Jarvis.
Also, we could go all the way back to Elvis too, if you want to.
Elvis, absolutely.
just-
did he invent rock and roll?
The great
or did he
Appropriator.
didn't?
No.
Not the Great Appropriator. Is that a movie? I'm gonna look it up.
That's the great debaters.
Juice, do
But
you
the
have a
great
favorite
appropriators works too.
appropriator that you like?
Not necessarily at this point. I've been actually trying to stay away from appropriators, like going out of my way to not listen to like Post Malone. And,
Why?
He's so good though.
Do you think it's why?
Hollywood bleed, yo.
Because
Naji's favorite.
I'm not a fan of the imagery, first of all, so I mean, just by default that. But second of all, like, there's other people that actually are the culture that I can listen to that make probably the same shit that you're making with the style of music that's popping right now.
Paige?
I can't think of anybody right now off the top, but when I do, I think about back in the day when I was listening to like Christina Aguilera, Pink, who I thought was a whole sister for the longest time.
There you go.
John B. I thought that was a brother for a little bit.
Wait, hold on. John B.
is white.
Just white.
No. Like John B gets clearance.
No. John B.
Just because he had a light skin cover on his album does not give him
If
clearance.
Tupac fucked with you,
That's not how this works.
good.
That's not how this works.
It
That's not how any of this works.
Look, can we put a definition on there? Just because you're an appropriator doesn't mean that you can't be fucked with. Like you are taking somebody's culture and you're doing whatever. It's not saying it's anything.
And John
I won't say wrong,
John B
but
didn't have his album cover. His first album looked like he was light skinned.
and they purposely did that. They purposely did that. C Squared, do you have a favorite appropriator that you fuck with?
I do not.
So no Eminem, no Snow Allegra,
I have one.
no.
Snow Allegra
Snow is not black.
Is Snow not brown? She's
No.
brown.
No, she's
Snow is the whitest of the white.
She's of Iranian descent.
She's Iranian.
I was
She's
gonna say
Iranian.
she's brown.
Typical brown person.
She's brown.
Wasn't she born in Sweden?
But she's still Iranian.
Yeah,
She's still
she
Iranian.
has sweet nationality. Her parents
Sorry though, but
She's still Iranian.
facial representation and Swedish birth.
Sorry.
Does she have any black in her at all?
I have one.
None at all?
I have my favorite appropriator.
Whoa.
Wait, hold on. We gotta get C Squared to finish up. So,
Whoa. Yes.
Yeah, I love Snow. Snow's amazing.
so Snow is your favorite appropriator?
But is she appropriated because she's brown? We're talking about black and brown people, or just
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Now you're talking about
That can
we
go on
need to
another
clarify,
topic.
That's giving
what
levels.
justifies brown.
We're giving
Because
levels.
she presents as white. Although she might be Iranian or Iranian,
Like J Lo.
she presents as white. She looks very white.
Shit.
So she still is appropriate because she's not of African American descent with that sound and everything. But we're not taking that away from her. We're
I have a
going around.
controversial
Go
statement
ahead.
about this. It's not even my appropriator. Excuse me, Chief. I can just slide beside you.
Andy?
So please help me understand, like, what dictates that as being an African American sound from Snow Allegra? Why is that an African American sound? That's just how she sings. How is that an African American sound?
What has
Mila,
legit?
Mila,
Go ahead,
you got
Mila.
Mila?
Go ahead.
What you talking about?
Oh, I thought that you said
That's
that.
nothing.
With
No, I was agreeing. I was agreeing with him on the Snow Allegra thing. I don't see her as a appropriated. Like, I don't see it.
She's singing about
I think that she makes a quality music that black people just so happen to like.
Thank you.
But I don't
Thank
see
you,
her
Mila.
going out and being like,
Okay,
this is
so then
specific.
what about this? So we talked about it briefly on the episode about appropriation. So Little Nas X is nominated for like 4 Grammys, I believe, for that ridiculous song. I'm sorry, Najee, it's ridiculous.
I don't take it personally.
But
I will listen
so
to it
he's a young 19, 20-year-old black man singing what appears to be country trap, whatever you want to call it. He had a struggle at first getting country to accept him, but he's got his CMA awards. He's got his other awards. He's about to get Grammys out here, and he's gonna get Grammys nominated as a country artist. So like,
You can't be a country artist and be black.
I'm not
That's
saying
not
you
what it's
can't.
saying.
No,
I'm asking the question.
No, you can.
You
The
absolutely
whole
can.
question is, can you do all these things based off of like the music or the type of music you want to make, and that's fine. But when you present yourself, so like Little Nas X looks like one of my cousins, but he's out here.
He wears cowboy boots, tassel vests, and
Didn't
a
Hootie
hat.
He
go
didn't
country?
always do that.
But he does
He did
do
go
that.
country, but he was also folk rock before then. So like,
Wait. So if you can't, so based on that argument that Naji brought up about like, can you be country and be black? Can you be white and be hip hop?
Justin Timberlake.
Yes. Hip hop is not a genres of music are
So
not.
then,
they're
It's
not
a mixture.
Like,
Okay, so if we're saying yes, then is it really appropriation? Then?
No.
Because if we're not saying, if Lil Nas is not appropriating, then is Eminem or Snow or anybody else appropriating?
Why is anything even separated?
Thank you.
Right.
White people
Well,
can do the same.
well.
Black people can do it.
What you saying, Taj?
from the casting couch.
Taj said, why is anything black or white? Why are we seeing color instead of sound?
Why is it
if they sound good.
Just
Which-
what people just like.
I thought what the internets were specifically upset about when it came to Lil Nas, and correct me if I'm wrong, Naji, because you seem like you have a little bit of knowledge on him as a person.
I don't.
I thought they were upset because didn't he release music prior to that was not country? This is not how he started.
Correct, he did.
And then he used this and took
Well,
it as
Taylor
a complete
Swift, I mean, did the same
skyrocket.
thing, right? I mean, she does pop,
Right,
she does
right,
country.
right. But I think that was the. I just think that was the
I think it was a
initial.
little rope-a-dope.
Yeah, I think it was like
switcherooski.
the initial. Well, you can't do that
had to
because
cross
you
over.
were this, and now you're this.
Same with Hootie.
And that's not fair.
I think it's
One at a
because
time.
I mean, because hip hop originally was political.
Yeah.
I think that's where the divide comes from right there, like point blank period. Like before it even got gangster rap and all the other shit, it was fighting for your right, and we need to get this education, and like it.
And
And white folks didn't like that shit. They didn't like
and
it
it was
then.
and it was used as a method to get black people out of the hood.
Yeah.
And get them money because that was a sound that they could do or a way that they perform music.
And they
That
didn't
was what
accept
they did,
it.
but they don't do that anymore.
Well,
That's not
some
what
of
hip-hop
them
is
do.
anymore.
Some of them do. But when they
Some
found,
of
when
them
they
do.
when they saw the money, it's like a lot of things that black people prosper in, or African American people, whatever you want to call it. But it's like a lot of things that we prosper in that you end up selling out to because, well, this company that's run by these people, they can help me get bigger, but then they end up taking it from you. And it's white owned and operated, and that's when you see the product changing and all that type of shit, when it's like, damn, I understand you trying to get better, but at the same time, it's holding us back. So, it was
But that's a different
originally...
show than appropriation, to me.
But no, as it becomes progressively popular and cool for people to act like this, and white kids in the suburbs or just suburban kids, period, to listen to this music and rebel against their parents and stuff, like now, okay, look at all this money. Now, white people can come in and we can be down, and some of us can say the N-word, and we can be hailed as the best in this ever because we're white.
We can talk a certain way.
Yeah.
We can present ourselves in a certain way.
But when it comes to an issue that really involves your culture, I can back out and not say anything.
Because
so
when it comes to music, it's sometimes like with the rap, I can see what you're talking about with the rap. You're presenting yourself as a whole package.
Yeah.
Of saying I'm about this lifestyle at all with the whole thing.
My only problem with that is that has nothing to do with musical genres.
That does.
No, it does not.
Because when it comes,
you're talking about the specifics of what people are doing, how they act, what they emulate, things of that nature that makes it cool to make it be marketable. That's a very different conversation than saying, can you do hip hop? Hip hop is not necessarily just the way that one black person goes about doing things, because there are people, like if you look at like, what's my man's name? What's Kick Push's name? What is his name?
Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco goes about things very, very differently than someone like J. Cole does or Jay-Z does. All considered to be hip-hop, but very, very different ways. If you have a white kid that comes up and starts doing things like Lupe Fiasco does, you're not calling it appropriation. If you have a white kid that comes up and starts doing things the way that Jay-Z does, you call that appropriation.
No, I think that Asher Roth is a good example. He came in and was himself. I think the culture respects that more than somebody like G-Eazy or something.
What about Post Malone though? Because you mentioned earlier
Jay-Z or
they
Post
avoid
Malone.
him, right?
Oh,
Like,
wait,
I feel like Post.
G-Eazy because G-Eazy is an Oakland dude. He's from the Bay. I don't think he's appropriating. I don't think he's trying to be something.
That's what he knows.
That's not a portrayal of black culture. That's who G-Eazy is.
Well, before it gets too far, go ahead, Jarvis.
Naji and I were
I
talking.
agree with him.
Naji and I were talking about earlier. Like Post Malone's kind of his own sound. Like he's not really a rapper. He's not really an R&B singer. Like so, for somebody like him, where's that fall in your spectrum?
He's strange.
To be honest, like,
Yeah, he's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, Juice is
I love
is the queen of appropriation
what was
definition.
what was his first joint that everybody White Iverson?
White Iverson.
I did not give a fuck when that came out. I did not see what was so hype about him. Like, what's going to make me listen to him even more? Like, I judge music like I judge books. Quick.
You don't like anything he's done since then?
Don't care.
Or
Nope.
you said kind of like the first sex encounter with the significant other. You was done after that. Like,
Yeah, 2 times.
Those are your words.
I did.
Those are your words.
And I'm just not interested
Yeah.
in. And then of course he's also said some things in the past about, I don't remember exactly, but it just wasn't the
See,
best.
I haven't heard anything off stage stuff he's done.
So I used to
like
follow
that,
music very heavily, like as interviews and all that stuff. So it's like, I don't know, you see some people's attitudes and it's like, you're not genuine.
But look, just putting a button on it. We also went in to, when we talked about the appropriation episode, appropriation versus appreciation.
There's a difference. I can respect appreciation.
There are some artists that we don't mind having that sound that we think that we
Fine
associate
line, though.
It's a very fine line, but like if I hear a Bruno Mars go out here with that last album with 24 Karat, I feel like he's doing nothing but paying homage to New Edition and the Jacksons and everyone else, and he's doing it well.
The appreciation, I think, depends on whether or not the hood fucks with you. And so, like what C Squared was talking
Did
about,
they do
with
it well
G-Eazy,
enough? Is that what you're saying? Like,
I think it's doing well enough, but also is it authentic?
Sure. Yes,
Right? Because
that's true.
What I think for me, what separates appropriation is there's power dynamics involved. Like, so if you are just out here like representing a culture that one, you're not authentic about, and two, you're benefiting off of while other people are still being oppressed while still representing that same culture, then you're appropriating. But if this is something that's real to you, if this is authentic and you can hear it.
Yes. You can hear that.
And when it's authentic, then it's like, okay, this is not appropriation, this may be appreciation.
Right.
And beyond that, that's just some real shit. Like, it's not even appreciation, this is you.
But when we talk about appreciation, can we appreciate the people that y'all ran out of the room with your really deep ass music talk? Thank y'all so much, Paige and Taj, for being here today.
Thank y'all so much.
For real, we are old.
Thank y'all for coming.
I'm old.
They said they not with
like I
the
said,
shit.
Paige, you got to get a career in radio because your voice.
For real.
You did really good with that.
It's all good. Thank y'all for being here.
Mila, say bye to Paige.
Ta-ta, friends.
Yes.
Say bye to
Say bye to Ta-ta, Julian.
Ta-ta, Julian.
Right.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for coming.
So Benji, what's your thoughts on Eminem, man?
First of all,
you're a Detroit boy, right? Like,
I am, yeah.
right?
First of all, I'm from Detroit, so I'll put that out there. I'm not a big fan of Eminem, and it's not because of his ethnicity. It's more so because I'm not a fan of like that horrorcore sort of like rap shit. Like this shit is like way too far left for me. He's a tactician. He's a lyricist. I recognize that he's a huge influencer in terms of hip hop. Like I think to this day he's still got the highest selling hip hop album of all time. So I give him props for that. But personally, like I just.
But do you think that's appropriation?
I don't think it's appropriation
kind of
because I know Detroit, and I know even outside of Detroit, because he's not actually from Detroit. He's from the outskirts of Detroit, and even once you cross that dividing line, like shit is still the same. So like I don't think it's fake. I think it's authentic. It's not for me.
Got you.
Okay. That's a very good point.
That's very fair.
And that's a good segue. We did an episode where we were talking about who was the best music label, and he was associated with Dr. Dre, and well, that wasn't Death Row. That was, what was his label? Aftermath. Who do y'all believe is the best music label family that we have had so far within these last few decades? Erica, I see you over there. She like, you better not say the Jacksons. You better not say the Jacksons. You said the Jacksons, I'm leaving.
It's really hard to say because like over the years,
I got you.
it became less about the music and more about the business and like the manipulation within the business. So it's really hard to say. Like for example, don't get me wrong, like Bad Boy put out a whole lot of bops, but Bad Boy ain't shit.
No Limit.
Ooh, Jarvis say no limit.
No limit, baby.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like there's no longevity with anyone's career when it comes to Bad Boy. They have some amazing artists, but when it comes to the the business portion of it, and when you are monopolizing and you care less about the creative portion, it's really hard to say because when you look at a lot of different music labels and music families, you see that with a lot of them. It's not one label that I can think of that's been legit from beginning to end.
I agree with your assessment.
Okay, but still, with that in mind, who do you hold up as being like the best within those parameters?
We got Bad Boy, So Def, No Limit,
Death Row.
What'd you say?
Death Row.
I mean, if Something
And
that's
even,
pure,
like,
like
TDE right now.
where they, you know.
TDE is doing it right now, yes. But if right now, but like, is that last? Are they making music that's gonna last? Ty Dolla $ign? Is that who that is?
I mean,
They've definitely made music that's gonna last.
I think so. But
Kendrick's
yeah,
album is definitely gonna last.
Oh yeah.
J-Rock.
All of them have
Sir.
made projects that are
SZA.
definitely gonna last. So, Dreamville.
Okay.
Right now, they're making a nice little push into the next decade.
You said No Limit, Jarvis.
Make them say, oh.
No, that's because who went to? Did you go to the Bad Boy tour?
I did.
You did go to the Bad Boy tour.
Pre-game before Bad Boy tour.
All of that. So Def had one also. No Limit has not done the same thing, but they do have. I think they hold like a part of history that's like important for like I don't know like maybe like our teenage years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just
my high school years for sure.
yes, like Silk the Shocker and Master P.
Snoop came
I think
over.
beyond that, because like you have to look at who they've influenced since that time, like how Southern hip hop has opened the door for like if there was no Limit, then there probably wouldn't be the Baby right now.
Right.
I can see
who
that.
Was,
that makes
Outkast
sense.
Was
Outkast.
So Def was that?
Outkast was Organized Noise, and they were a part of they worked with LaFace.
Okay, yeah. Sounds so ignorant right now.
I can't remember exactly what they were with. Organized Noise as their production company. I can't remember the actual label. It might have been LaFace. I want to say it was LaFace. Anyway, somebody else talk.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about like Dirty South rap.
Yeah.
Outkast has got to have a huge place in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because without Outkast, there is no T.I. Without T.I., there is no Jeezy. Without Jeezy, there's no Jock. Without Jock, there's no Gucci. Without
That's
Gucci,
right.
there's no then so on and so forth.
I agree with that. This has been a fucking wild moment. A wild moment has happened out here at the round table. Like it was not intended to go like this. Like our round table is like new. Erica's in the lead seat. What you doing up here?
I was so upset here.
Erica here got like lots of shit.
With that snakeskin hat.
Just following instructions.
It's good. No, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. Juice is out here. It's been real good. You feeling good? How you feeling?
I'm feeling.
Supposed to Stella Artois.
Do you have anything that you need to like? Anything you need to say? Like this is the 1 year episode. Everything that happens right now happens right now.
I want Jarvis to be on more often.
I wanted to say that it's an honor to be on with Juice because she's my favorite recurring character on the podcast.
There we go.
Stop your bed.
There we go.
I will
like
say
that.
this about the podcast.
Yes,
and I'm not just saying this because I know y'all personally,
Erica?
but it's really nice to listen to the podcast while I'm working because like these are real life conversations that we'll have like when we're pre-gaming or whatever. We talk about all sorts of things. So to be in my 30s and to listen to a podcast that I can relate to and to listen to conversations that I have in my DMs with my other friends is like, this is so refreshing. Like someone else thinks like me. Someone else
That's why we do this.
Real talk, Jarvis. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Just as someone on the outside, just as somebody on the outside looking in and just seeing someone outside of the culture, like being
Wow.
being.
That's hurtful a little bit.
You're in the culture, but I'm just saying, like
right.
you listen to a minority podcast. How do you feel like we handle issues where we talk about black people, white people, and different things? Do you think we do that from a objective standpoint or respectful? How do you feel?
I think the one word answer would be fair. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing that I can think of like from what I've listened to them like hell no. You know what I mean? Like that's not what? You know what I mean? Like everything is it's pretty Pretty much on the up and up.
Okay.
Pretty on board.
That's what I want.
And if anybody's wondering, I am white.
Everyone's looking at Jarvis
He's
right
not
now.
Thank you so
Filipino
much.
or Hawaiian.
I'm not a Bruno Mars.
No appropriation here. Just full on.
Right.
I have to say something. So I heard that while I disappeared, y'all tried to destroy my table. Not the people that are necessarily here, but I'm an artist.
This table?
Yes.
And you sensitive about your
I am
shit.
so sensitive. So when this pod takes off, I'll be looking for damages.
Oh
And,
shit!
We're just gonna auction off this table and you'll be all right.
It's not done yet.
Well, it will
We'll
be.
have you finish it.
Yeah.
But because you are a black person who is an artist who does your own good shit, we're gonna take a pause to shout out you and people like us for fucking FUBU moments. One for us. One for us. Ladies and gentlemen,
I won't do drugs. A, I'll have
Plot
an
twist.
attitude. Or I will respect
You're in the middle of a FUBU
myself.
moment.
E, I
This is a
will
FUBU moment right now,
educate
happening right now. A FUBU moment. And if FUBU could stand for anything that was like special needs and belligerent and ridiculous, I would
did you
love
say
for
special
that.
needs?
I did, because that's what the fuck is happening right now.
Do not do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We did do
it's time
drugs.
for our FUBU moment, and because obviously you act like you didn't know, our FUBU moment is obviously us. It is us. We are the FUBU moment.
Yes, we are the food again.
One for us.
One for us.
Yes.
I'm outside.
It's us for the FUBU moment because it's been 1 year, and this podcast was something that I talked about for probably a good year or 2 years. Real quick before, cause niggas like to cry in the fucking podcast. Shout out to Esquire for not letting me drop the ball on
That's why
starting
it's
the
like,
podcast.
motherfucker, you gonna do this.
He is. He said that, and we
it.
started. Shout out to Naji for coming in and being like, "Nah, we gonna do this." Being like, "I want to be a part of it," and like, "I want to do it." Like a year ago, I did not realize we'd be sitting here with a a table painted by a great artist. Where's she at?
She left.
She left.
She left. She hates us.
She got the
She
booger
left.
She did. She y'all fuck my table up. I'm out.
Post Malone, I think.
Listening to Post Malone.
She's probably burning his albums.
and writing Jarvis a love letter while listening
And she
to
sealed
Post
it with a
Malone.
kiss.
But this podcast has come a very, very long way from talks at our original round table that we actually don't even record at, but it does exist.
Don't tell them that shit.
It's quite
It's all
square
good.
now.
That's
It's all
BTS.
good.
That's behind the scenes.
It doesn't matter. But shout out to you guys for doing this, and to us for making this happen. To the people that are here who've been a part of it. C Squared, Erica, thank you so much for listening and for being here. I appreciate it. We about to turn the fuck up. Are you ready?
With your snake skin.
She brought a
hat.
lunchbox.
She's about to turn. Before you do that, though, we need Benji's here. He's still on the mic.
And
We-
yes, no,
he's
I'm
a founding
I'm
member.
running
Of,
through. Are you gonna let me? You doing
that's
that
the
thing
shit I
you
do. Is that the shit I do?
Should come through and
That's
throw
the
me
shit I
in?
fucking do. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? You gonna let him sabotage me like that? Did you hear that?
That's the shit I do.
How you trying to sabotage me?
And you got your homegirl on the phone too.
Yeah.
I hear him, girl.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, and
Shit.
Benji Bangarang came in. My bro came back from the West Coast from the Beyond.
I just gotta say I'm fucking faded right now,
Faded.
and I gotta go to work in the morning.
Turn up.
Oh shit! How many vacation days you got? Because you
None.
might need
None.
Oh, sick days?
Not nothing.
Oh,
You
Not
need to
a
call-
near nutter.
Can I call him be your mama? I'm like, Benji can't go to work.
You
today."
might. Can we try that?
Maybe it's
Can we
in
try
Benji
that
doesn't
tomorrow?
know. Benji doesn't know. Don't tell Benji. That was probably one of my favorite
Scotty
moments.
doesn't know.
No,
No,
when on
Benji
the
has
bus when someone
also-
said Benji doesn't know with old girl. What was her girl named? Tiffany.
What are we talking
Remember you
about?
talking about? Remember the chick that was some chick having back
why
in the
you why
day?
you taking me back there?
Bro,
why you
when
taking
you
me back
sang
there? When
Benji
Tiffany broke
doesn't-
up with me
when-
on the bus.
When you
why you
sang-
taking me back there?
When you
That was
sang
fucking
Benji
sixth
doesn't
grade.
know, I was at my house legitimately
gotta-
crying.
Benji Naji was a faithful. Is a faithful.
Why do we have to go back to that time?
We don't.
But when you said
Can we
don't
just-
tell Benji, I said D, I won't do drugs, and that's what I felt.
But no, as a food moment for us by us, it is you niggas sitting here at this table.
And Tiffany, shout out to Tiffany.
And Tiffany.
That bitch.
Because probably if Tiffany had broken his heart, he might not be here pouring his heart out.
Respectfully.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Oh yeah, fuck that bitch.
She set the stage.
We are a food moment.
She's my
Every
bitch, is
motherfucker
who he
in
is.
here is a food moment. Everybody that we
Jesus.
associate with are some great people out here with us, and we thank y'all for being a part of it.
What about Kayla?
Shout out to my, and I hope that you don't mind me using your whole first name because I didn't ask you what you wanted to be.
KK, call it KK.
Shout
Or
out,
just a special
shout out to Kayla. We are drinking out of some very amazing glasses, and I know you're listening. Kayla, thank you so much.
We love she. She is drinking out of a very special glass.
Well, I am because I don't know what they did with theirs. Their original drinks were in them.
Well, because
sorry.
I was told mine could not leave the premises.
Well, it can't leave the premises, but you can drink out of it tonight. You're in the. It's the
They
fourth
weren't
seat.
tall enough for what we wanted to do.
Anyway, Kayla, thank you so much for
There
our
was no D
glasses.
in those smaller
They're
glasses.
amazing. We love you, and we appreciate you being a dedicated listener. Kiss the baby. Tell the hubby we love y'all. Thank you so
all
much.
three of the babies.
Check out
Kiss
the,
all three of the babies.
The IG because you might be able to cop one of those glasses.
I'm not gonna put your skills out there like that. But
wait,
the glasses are nice.
But on top of Kayla,
She made those though?
Not on top of Kayla.
She did. She did this
made
for
them.
us.
I thought she just ordered them. I didn't realize
No.
she made them. She
Kayla
made
said,
shit.
Kayla
She
said
said it took her a
she took
while
her
to
Apple
make 'em.
Pencil and did some voodoo shit with her Apple Pencil, her iPad. Kayla, thank you so much.
She
Those
did.
cups came straight from the bayou.
She put time into it.
Time.
And speaking
shit,
of
that's
speaking
dope.
of time, we love Kayla, but we also love the person who made that design for her.
Yes.
To put that
Jay
on
the
glass.
creator.
Jay the creator, we really appreciate you.
The one, the only.
Who's
The
also
one and
cooking up
only.
something very special for us
Yes.
for season 3. So we love that shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Jay. You will always be a business partner.
He
Thank you
don't
so
do
much.
drugs.
To everyone that has been listening so far and being involved with us, we thank you so very much. Businesses, y'all stay tuned. Season 2 is still going strong. Season 3, we about to highlight some of y'all and see what's going on out here. But thank you for sticking with us. It's been a really great time.
I'm ready to drink.
And we ready to drink. We've had a really rough time, so we about to turn the fuck up. By the time y'all hear this, it's gonna be time to go to work,
I Ubered
and we
here.
gonna be.
I fucking Ubered here.
Correction. Esquire Ubered here.
I Ubered here.
You did Uber.
I Ubered here.
You know why he Ubered here?
Why?
Cause D.
Oh God.
He don't
He
do
did
drugs.
drugs.
He got
Mila Me, you out here. Mila Me is a faithful listener, a visitor to the panel. What the fuck? Mila Me, say goodnight to the people. We love you. Thank you so much for being here this whole time. Good night, night, bro. We love you. Thank you.
Remix D.
Thank you so much, Erica. Thank
The
you.
bitch got a
C Squared, thank you.
Or she is a ratchet hoe.
Jarvis, thank you.
Ain't nobody singing but me. I said D.
CC.
I damn did drugs. Ain't the bitch got an attitude.
Chance
All that hoe
Rizzo.
is ratchet.
Esquire.
But ain't nobody singing but me.
Digi.
I don't do drugs. Ay, I got
Naji.
an attitude.
It's your girl Coley. We're getting the whole fuck up out of here. It's Slices the Round Table one fucking year. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.